ये कभी आता नहीं है ये वाला. Oh, the train is such a great addition to it. Hopefully सबका मेरा ऑडियो आ रहा है और आपको मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रहा है. Good evening everybody. Welcome to another unnerving session of ghost stories. The people who are looking very confused. Suresh currently looking for his laptop charger. Ladies and gentlemen, Cyril Dabrilo. Hey, रुको सर आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. ये just getting this.
10 मिनट ले
अभी but this time within seconds I figured it out. क्या तालियां मेरे लिए. What's up everybody? We're back. It's so
what happened last Friday?
I want to say it's so nice to see you again, but Suresh to idhar dekh hi nahi raha. He's fixing something in his house.
Suresh is basically fixing the washing machine. Suresh ji, namaskar Suresh ji.
Namaskar.
Someone saying to edit Cyrus out of the trailer. नहीं वो अपना फैमिली का हिस्सा है. जब वो आएगा we will let him back. And Suresh Menon going for the headphone microphones today. It seems like a traumatic day. How's it going? Congrats guys, 25 episodes. Thank you Lakshmi Ramaswamy.
25 episodes हो चुके हैं
before this.
I was so okay. That was before the break.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I'm slightly dizzy today because my BP has shot up, and if I collapse in between the stream and all,
but Suresh,
go viral.
But Suresh, you told me you're checking your BP. I thought you were talking about blueprints.
I checked that.
Cyril BP to the I was going to say Suresh, इस उम्र में नहीं देखना चाहिए. Anyway, छोड़ो. But ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Suresh.
Thank you.
धन्यवाद.
I did not lose any bets today.
हमारे all-in-one talented from cricketer to podcast host Hoezaay Kawako.
जी. The Richard Branson of India.
Yeah.
the guy with the business acumen.
Before he had the business acumen. Anyway, we'd also like to give a big round of applause to
Cyril Diabrio.
Suresh ji. Thank you. अच्छा एक और time बोलो.
He was ignoring you and he's going to somebody else.
This is. I'm not coming on this. I'm not. नहीं.
I was going for the honorary mention for Cyrus Sahukar, who's been. They've captured him and they're forcing him to shoot films and like TV shows and stuff. It's a rough life. If someone is in the area, please try to help him. Big round of applause to our mods, Zen, Rogue, sab log hai idhar. Thank you so much guys for joining us whenever we do these streams. Oh, the artwork, man. I don't want to say it, but when the artwork gets better, you know what happens to the stream. Gad. Suresh, don't choke on Milind. Ketan made the intro, guys. Please go. Everything is in the description of this video. Go to the description. Go to his Instagram. Send them some love. Some amazing stuff, man. Even the thumbnail by Scribble Giri. Cyril busy chatting people up in the stream. No problem. That's good to be interactive.
अरे आप इतना बात कर रहे तो मैं कुछ तो करना है. I mean कुछ तो करना है.
You took this opportunity to chat with people over there. So all right, record time another 4 minutes. We finished all the usual pre nonsense. Guys, don't forget the link to our Zoom meeting is in the description of this video. Click it. Come here. Wait in the waiting room. Don't touch any of the furniture. We got it all. We found it at Chor Bazaar. And let's go for it, man. You know the rules. You need your camera on. Try to tell us the story as quickly as possible. But don't take so much time also कि वो train आ जाएगा. Bionic Gamer made the train. First, I just want to say before you take the opportunity, sir, hold the thought. Saying कि remember that when you're telling your story, imagine you're parking your car, but you're a good person. So अपना गाड़ी का ख्याल रखना, but also care about the next person who's going to come and park something. Yes, go for it, opportunity, man.
Sir, you could have just made simpler. Just tell your story quicker than this opening intro.
Yeah, jaldi kar. Okay. With friends like these, who needs the arrivals? Let's go.
Cheers.
Ready, guys? Cheers to you all. It's nice to have you back. Also, I must say.
Yeah, guys.
we didn't miss you.
Suresh, thank you for sending the urine over. It's
Yeah,
very
what
kind.
is
Oh,
that?
I thought you were going to check the sample.
I've added some.
He is checking. That's why he checks
Oh.
samples, Suresh.
You said to check it, so I'm checking it thoroughly now. Anyway, ठीक है?
Is it acidic?
I added sugar, so I don't know.
Oh no.
ये क्या कर रहे तुम
Strange.
लोग? तुम लोग को लगता है कान मस्ती वापस शुरू हो गया? By the way, like Sunil
Yo.
said,
Masti.
ये intro बड़ा लंबा हो रहा है, but करते इधर ही. कान मस्ती episodes are coming back. Some of them have some small things here and there that have been removed. I'm not talking about what Suresh has. Like for example, Suresh ka the John Travolta story. It's all like it's from that side of the internet. So I removed it because you never know John Travolta contacts us and says what you're saying about
Correct.
us.
I
Khatam ho
heard he's a
jayega.
fan.
Hey, it
I
was
heard
not
he's a
about
fan.
Travolta. It was.
Yeah, it was uska hi broken arrow tha.
No.
Yeah, Suresh, relax. I just edited them. As in, I went through them. So some
Okay.
things will be gone. Please bear with us. It's to protect us legally. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Anyway.
Cyril was not there until much later.
Yeah,
It was
until it became-
Richard Gere.
Yeah, but episodes 1 to 7 of season 1 are already up. I'll finish the rest in a couple of days and the next 4 will come on. Thanks for reminding us, Srujan. So let's go. Acha, Panvel aa raha hai kya? Very
Oh no,
funny.
I was flexing my arms.
I'd forgotten all the routines. Vishal Agnihotri, as usual. Boni Hogerele, missed you guys more than you can imagine. Vishal, love you too, buddy. Amit Kaushik, family man on the channel. Wordinary Yerdo says, please wish me well. I've been using your Saturday streams as a countdown to a super important exam. Need them blessings. Yo, best of luck, but it would be better if you like study. So don't use
Yeah.
the streams on. Yes,
So-
Suresh? Out,
so-
someone out?
Sir, I just want to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
After the last stream,
Hmm.
every viewer wrote to me saying, "Sir, there's something which just actually went past from here and crossed over." It looked very scary. Honest to God, I tried all possible things to check whether it was a shadow of someone moving across my room that time. It wasn't. So, yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Ruku, hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Suresh,
Amit.
we'll get back to this concern
Yeah.
of yours.
Suresh will
I'll
come back
address
to
it. I'll address it,
It's
Suresh.
okay. I'm all right. How you do?
Sorry.
इधर ही
sorry.
रुका इधर घूमना नहीं है.
Amit, is this your room? It looks pretty
No,
outdoory.
This
What a
is
big
out.
room. Amit, good to have you on the stream. कहाँ से बोल रहे हैं आप?
मैं
उससे बोल.
केरला से बोल रहा हूँ.
कहाँ से?
सुरेश,
Kerala.
केरला. सुरेश
अरे,
is saying
but
आप
I'm not
मुंह से बोल
Malayali.
रहे हैं.
हाय कौशिक जी, आपका सरनेम देख के पता चल गया मुझे.
Kaushik was like,
But I'm
before
married
Suresh
to
can ask me. मैं
married to
जल्दी बोल
Ballu.
देगा.
Right.
Oh, lovely.
ठीक है,
Enjoy.
तुम लोग का हो गया personal
You're in
discussion?
Cochin?
No, I'm in right now in North Parabur.
क्या वापस बोला?
North Parabur. It's near
Paravoor.
Kodunallur.
अरे, not bad. Very well said.
All
I'm
the
testing your
paths.
pronunciation. Well done.
अरे, I'm here from past 5 years, so I know all
Oh.
the words.
அப்போ problem இல்லையா?
Yeah. Simply I asked where you calling from and all. I'm really sorry I did that.
Simply, Hoezaay, you did it.
Converted Malbari.
All right. Brother, the stage is all yours. You have a ghost story for us, I believe.
Yes.
Mahol,
I do
Mahol,
have.
guys. Mahol. Your hall, Mahol,
Mahol.
my
My
Mahol.
all, your all, everyone all.
Let's go.
So the story goes, I already told this in our Discord, but
Oh, good.
this is my chance
ठीक है.
to tell it here. So the thing is, it was around when I was in 8th standard, and I have a brother, so he was in 11th or 12th. So what happened is, one of my cousin died in a road accident, and on those days it was landline used to ring at night, and everybody used to know, yo,
Yeah.
there is something bad that happened. So my cousin died, and हम लोगों को
Yeah.
पता चला, फोन बजा रात को, और पता चला कि my parents left for he was very young, like he was 21-22 years, and
Sorry.
he was coming back from his office, and he got into an accident and he died. So my parents, they went right away for his funeral and all that.
Brother, I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
Rajasthan.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Is the stream running in the back? Because people won't be able to hear your story properly
Yeah.
otherwise.
Or
I'd rather
the
they hear it
ducks.
properly.
It sounds like ducks or the stream running
No,
in
it
the
just
back.
sounds like someone saying.
Or like, sounds like the crickets.
Okay.
ठीक है
Is the sound better now?
Fair enough. Yeah. Go for it. Continue. Some
Okay.
reverb. Go for it.
What happened is my parents had to go, so they went around evening to Rajasthan, where my mama used to live and all the other things. You can hear me, guys.
We can hear you.
Yes. Don't worry.
तो
We can hear
आपका
you.
राउंड ट्रॉली अच्छा चल रहा है लेकिन हाँ.
So, so okay. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Amit. So tension mat le. Story, just tell the story. We're listening.
Acha, so for some noise cancellation. Very nice. Good
Oh no,
idea.
he's sat in his car.
Smart.
Yeah. Now
Smart boy.
it's noise cancellation.
Yeah.
Perfect, sir.
That
Perfect.
was
Chalo.
So what happened is कि मेरे मदर फादर वो लोग राजस्थान चले गए. तो उस रात को मैं और मेरा ब्रदर हम दोनों अकेले थे घर में. तो हम लोग सब अपना खाना वाना करके और सो गए. तो मुझे एक सपना आया. उस सपने में मेरे को मेरा ब्रदर दिखा. वो ड्राइंग रूम के अंदर बैठा है और उसके सामने एक फिगर बैठा है. और my brother is just it's all foggy and my brother starts revolving around him. So I got curious and I went to him in the dream. I went to him और मैं जैसे जैसे पास जा रहा हूँ मुझे वो फिगर थोड़ा क्लियर होता नजर आ रहा है. पीछे से मैं देखता हूँ तो उसका इधर एक साइड का हेड पूरा स्मैश्ड है. और मैं उसके पास जाता हूँ. जैसे ही मैं उसके सामने तक पहुंचता हूँ तो मुझे दिखता है कि वो तो मेरा कजन है जिसका भी डेथ हुआ है. और उसका एक साइड का हेड बिल्कुल स्मैश्ड है और his eyes are bloody and like those horror things. उसका फेस बहुत ज्यादा हॉरिफिक है और my brother is revolving around him. और जैसे ही मैं उसके पास जाता हूँ और वो मेरी तरफ एकदम देखता है और मेरा ड्रीम खत्म हो जाता है. और I just woke up और I'm very sweaty. And I just saw my brother is just sleeping besides me. And he is also kind of a sweaty. So I just hug him. I was in 8th and I was very young. So I hugged him and I sleep. Next morning, हम सुबह दोनों उठते हैं और we are brushing our teeth in the bathroom and my brothers told me कि अरे तुझे पता है मुझे कल क्या सपना है?
Same dream.
Same. He got the same dream.
Oh.
It's just me who was revolving around the cousin, and he was just watching.
Oh.
And your brother had the same exact dream.
Same exact dream.
Are you identical brothers? Are you all the same
No.
age?
He's 5 years elder.
Oh.
Oh wow. And did like anything happen after that? Like did you?
No, nothing.
Just that.
I didn't even told him कि मेरे को भी ये dream आया. Because I was so shocked कि अरे ये कैसे हो सकता है. And then I told to my mother कि अरे ऐसे मुझे dream आया. तो उन्होंने कहा ये these type of things happen when somebody young dies. तो उसका
Damn, but same dream.
Same exact same dream.
That it also means that you all are very attached to him, both of you.
I was very attached to him.
Your brother also.
Yeah. We all were very attached.
Yeah.
Damn. Sorry to hear about your cousin, man. Anyway, crazy story. इसके पहले या इसके बाद कभी हुआ ऐसा?
नहीं उसके बाद कुछ नहीं हुआ. उसके पहले भी कुछ नहीं होता. Just same on the same night जब वो उसका डेथ हुआ. और हमें उसका बाद में पता चला जब मदर फादर वापस आए कि एक ट्रक से उसका एक्सीडेंट हुआ था और उसका रोड के ऊपर उसका हेड बिल्कुल एक साइड से स्मैश्ड हो गया था बिल्कुल.
Oh wow.
और वही सेम हमें दिखा दोनों को.
I think the freaky part is that the fact that you know we do tend to dream about things that are traumatic or scary, but to have the dream simultaneously at the same time. You were in the same room, same house,
same room, same house.
Oh, थोड़ा सा.
यहाँ पे Nitin is saying plot twist. You don't have a brother.
I have.
What matter? Anyway, Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you,
Very
Amit, man.
freaky.
That
And
is freaky.
Yeah.
great idea on the noise
Thank you very
cancellation
much
by
for
jumping in the car.
I was
Cheers,
trying
buddy.
from the
Cheers.
first episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bapre.
no, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Big
You know,
fan,
so
all of you.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hoezaay filter चालू कर दे.
हाँ पता है
nerve.
बापरे बापरे बोला by mistake तो
Oh, that's a keyword.
How do you explain something like that though? But same
That is
dream
so bizarre. I've never heard of people having dreams simultaneously about the same thing.
Also at that age, I always feel that, when death is so, something strange and odd, and to have somebody who you all played with or you knew so well, and suddenly that person is no more, it's difficult to comprehend. And
But
there's
वो
a उसलिए दिमाग में खेलता रहता है काफी टाइम तक, then you do not know what's happening, what is real and unreal. Sometimes you don't want
Correct.
this information that's been passed on to you to be real, and then
Hmm.
sometimes, oh man, that's quite chilling.
But
Actually, both of them had the same dream.
in this
Wow.
case, I mean, if you look at it from one perspective, I think if maybe they were talking about this particular incident at the same time, maybe like before dinner or lunch or something, and then it just played out in their heads like a dream. That's how dreams work sometimes. That you get keywords that
how
instigate a
see
vision.
but this is all the emotional angle and stuff like that, but how the same dream? That's why
But I
there's no
remember
way to-
you and Suresh had the same dream once, right? About that rash thing. And then they both woke up and it's like, wait. So
And
now-
But-
and
no,
we are
but-
scratching each other.
but he said in his dream there was no clown. Mine though. Very good.
okay.
Thank you, Shivesh. He said, "Missed you, Bhalu. Keep rocking." All right, let's keep going. Wow, man. Thank you, Zen. Zen has dropped the Discord server. For people are finding that it is
Thank you, Zen.
expired and all. Don't worry, आप जाओ उधर हो जाएगा सब ठीक. Man,
Hey, so again,
very simple story but little creepy that was.
you all
was.
are not in discussing my the thing that went
We'll
past
come
me.
back.
Yeah.
Suresh, we'll
Oh
come
God.
back to that.
Come-
I'm
come
so
भी
sorry I
बात
took the next
नहीं,
call.
कोई
I
बात
was
नहीं.
It
इसके
wasn't
बाद-
like this, Sunny. Suresh, बाद में बात करते हैं.
See,
इसके
whenever
बाद-
Chandan decides to speak, we'll talk. Till that time, let's talk to each other.
Yeah.
So, what's happening?
Oh, है वो है.
Hey, hi.
Hi Chandan, कैसा
अरे,
है?
Hi,
Chandan,
Chandan.
कैसा है?
I'm doing good, guys. How are you?
चल रहा है
I
बात.
mean, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
चल रहा है यार अभी क्या है, ज्यादा कुछ.
Yeah.
Hey,
Suresh.
तू रुक
आजकल तो
ना.
पता है ना. मतलब,
Enchulare,
yeah.
namaskara.
Yeah. I'm not a South Indian.
I salve माहिती आहे रे मला.
another bite for the
One day I'll
Raghav
get down.
Bagun-
One day I'll get down to the compilation. This will make it, brother. This part.
You know, me and Suresh have actually spoken a lot on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah. So I'll just start with the story.
Go for it, buddy. Go for it. All yours.
Yeah. So this happened in 2011 with one of my friends and his paternal family actually. So there were 3 deaths in his family, and his uncle and 2 of his aunts had passed away. And this happened in a very similar fashion and in very short span of time. So just give me a second. I'm a little nervous.
Arey,
No,
आराम
take your time. Don't worry about it. One second. Suresh, can you put little buttons up, please? No, sir.
Suresh, make him nervous. Don't stare in his eyes, Suresh. ऐसा मत करो.
Yeah. So
Take
3
it, sir.
people had passed away in a very short span of time. It was almost a month and a half, and they passed away in a very similar fashion. They fell sick and they were admitted to the hospital, and nothing came out as specific, but yeah, they passed away. And later on, they wanted to do something of thing where they wanted to go and pray. So this guy is actually a Muslim. His father has a belief in a particular mosque in Saudi. So he wanted to visit that place, and he went there with his elder brother. So elder son. So my friend's elder brother. So both of them went there, and this elder brother actually was there, and he actually fell sick in Saudi. This actually was very confusing for my friend's mother, and she started asking around people, what is happening, and something like this is something very strange is happening in our family. And she started asking around to people. So someone actually suggested her to go and meet a person. So near Chembur, there's this place called Cheetah Camp. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's a Muslim dominant area. And my friend and his mother actually went and met this guy there. Meanwhile, my friend's elder brother and his father were still in Saudi. So when they met this guy, he's actually someone who works in a mosque, like some head kind of a thing. And he suggested that their family has been cursed from a long time. So it's a very long curse that somebody has put on his paternal family, and it's causing them a lot of harm over a lot of years. And this actually has done in the family home, which is actually located in Hyderabad. So he's from Hyderabad, and his paternal family, his father, his brothers, father's brothers, and everyone had lived in Hyderabad in that house. So he said that they'll have to go to Hyderabad and see what is wrong and what has been done there. So he and a couple of guys with him, this guy, the guy which was basically like a tantric kind of a thing, and they went with my friend and his mother to Hyderabad in that house. And my friend's uncle, youngest uncle, he used to live in Hyderabad with his wife and a kid, and they also accompanied. So when they were there, this guy sat in the house. It's a closed house, so nobody lives there as of now. So it's been closed for over 10, 12 years. And this happened back in 2011. So basically 2000 is where they actually left the village and everybody started moving out and everything. So when they went there, this guy started, he sat in the house and started doing some sort of a thing. He came out of the house in the veranda area, and he was actually holding a cane in his hand, and he was banging it on the floor, making a thumping sound. And when he came outside in the veranda, he actually waited there, stood there for a while, and he asked the people which had accompanied him to start digging that place up. When they dug that entire place up, there was a huge pile of bones which was stuck there. And this guy started pulling out bones, and every bone had a name carved on it with something black. And it was the family members' names. His entire paternal family's names were carved on it. And he was just pulling out bones and throwing it aside and speaking, telling the names of every family member.
Shit.
He did something, and eventually the curse, which was actually a long back curse, it got rid of it. But there was a catch to it, because there were 3 members of the family who were actually not on that list, whose names were not carved on those bones. It was the uncle, the aunt, and their son who used to live in Hyderabad. And it was basically, it sort of became a very sad situation there. And they got into a fight, and eventually they left that scene. The uncle and his family left that scene. And later on, when they inquired about the aunt, so she actually belongs from a village in Hyderabad, a small place in Hyderabad, which is very famous for doing black magic and shit. Yeah, so that was the story. Yeah, but eventually they got rid of that curse. But the sad part is that they lost 3 people in the family.
Oh, what a creepy
That's really
story.
sad,
I don't
man.
know what I'd do if someone dug up stuff and found your names on bones and shit. What the hell?
Yeah, it was very scary. And the thing is, when this was happening, my friend, I mean, he's born and brought up in Mumbai, and the thing is, when someone was telling him that this kind of thing is happening, and they said that somebody has cursed, and he was thinking that this guy is just going to do some sort of a thing and then loot money out of it. But when he saw the bones, he was just freaking shitting his pants.
Same here.
Basically, this was all for property or for some.
Yes, it was that sort of a thing.
Property issue. Always ghost stories,
it
property
was-
issues, always best friends. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Chandan.
man. And
Yeah,
is the
unnerving.
family fine now?
Yeah, everyone's fine. And
Okay.
but yeah, the sad part is that they lost 3 members of the family.
Yeah.
which is-
I know, that's sad, man.
Wow.
That's tragic. But thank
Crazy,
you, Chandan,
crazy
for
story.
sharing that story. That's
Thanks for
crazy,
sharing,
man.
buddy. Cheers.
Sure, my pleasure. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys
Wow.
have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
No. How
Listen,
to have a good
I-
time? Huh? How to
Yeah,
have a
after
good
what
time
you
with
told
all
us,
these
it's like a
stories?
dark story. Like, have a good time, guys. I want to take this opportunity to take a little discussion point out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
देखिए मैं सोच रहा कि हर जो भूत का कहानी जो आता है, मतलब हर तीसरा जो भूत का कहानी है हमेशा मतलब प्रॉपर्टी के ऊपर के कुछ
सही बोल रहे
तो पंगा हुआ है।
ये जो काला जादू का
हाँ,
इस्तेमाल
हाँ।
किया जा रहा है सिरिल सर, उसकी वजह से ये सब चीजें होती है। तो इसमें भूत नहीं था, इसमें काला जादू नामक का जो क्राफ्ट होता है, विच क्राफ्ट जो अंग्रेजी में कहते
हाँ,
हैं।
लेकिन वो जो
तो-
स्पिरिचुअल का जो स्पिरिट का है ना, वो भी मतलब भूत का ही है ना।
ये स्पिरिट का मुझे दो तीन चीजें इसमें ठीक नहीं लगा सिरिल साहब। ये
हाँ।
कि इसमें जो बोन्स है अच्छा होजे को भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, so let's come back.
नहीं नहीं
हाँ होजे तेरा क्या बोल रहा है मैं थोड़ा समझा नहीं.
I've
वही
hired
तो,
someone
Cyril,
to
हम
translate to it standing here.
हमारा आप देखिए सिरिल जी और मैं जब बात कर रहे हैं होजे सर, आप एटलीस्ट इंटरेस्ट तो दिखाइए.
मैं
Please.
दिखा रहा हूँ ना.
Please.
ठीक है, और थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट दिखाइए. हाँ, तो so I was actually, two three things over here stood out for me was, supposing this is the second or third story that we have heard something, people's name written on bones and
Yeah.
buried under the ground. So 2-3 things, bone nikal ke, and how long do bones actually last, because everything becomes ashes to ashes,
Yeah.
dust to dust,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
do they calcified bones and all that stuff, because so it's very weird.
Could that guy have come and planted bones with
Correct.
names written?
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
could have made it and saying, "Oh, but then why leave the 3 family members out?" That
Maybe
would be
you-
a little.
Yeah, that's see, everything is a conspiracy here, because weirder things have happened when it's as you rightly said, Cyril and Jose, it's about property dispute. I've heard weirder things happening. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
yeah.
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 Oof.
No,
We've
but so
been
my
through
point I was trying to make is that, if you're going to call a spirit or say maybe an entity, I mean, do you think calling someone for property issues is a waste of their time? Like the poor person is, already stuck between the realms of, whatever comes next, and then you're calling, hey, dekh, mere paas kuch property issue, to kuch kaam karna hai, and then write a name on a bone.
Oh,
I feel that's inconsiderate
shit.
towards the spirits, right? You're being very inconsiderate towards the spirit.
I'm not sure
It's
you
just-
know how this works.
I am
Exactly.
I have to crack a joke. The only person who may not get affected is Boni Kapoor.
That's terrible. Anyway, because of the bone, okay, very interesting.
Yeah, do
We'll
they play
swiftly
dog
move
in the
away
bone?
from this as quickly as possible.
Transition.
And,
One second, sir.
transition.
Before you try to even move away,
Yes,
again, you're just ignoring my experience.
yeah, that's what I wanted to come to, sir. I was
Oh,
coming to that
really?
only.
Yeah,
But
thank God.
Sonal had said that make a compilation of whenever Jose says, when I make a compilation.
Oh,
Well played. I'll give you 20 points for that.
That's
But
actually Suresh playing
yeah.
Sonal.
So sometime back on a previous stream, something was moving around in Suresh's house, and everyone was like, "Arey, wo kya hai?" Ye was, and Suresh insisting ki kuch to hai, and all. My sense was that I think it was a car passing by next to your area, and the light had reflected, and it seemed like that. It was
Oh.
moving like that.
so if I turn the laptop around, the curtains are put on the windows, and I'm on the 7th floor, so it's unlikely that the headlight of the car go through. And just once,
No, but it's
if it was
reflected
regular,
off something.
no, but my curtains are on, so I dissed that theory immediately, Jose.
You'd rather
I-
believe that there's a ghost than it was a car headlight moving
So
down
car
your
ka
street.
headlight chance ही नहीं, because that means you've forgotten how my house looks. So but the road is this side,
There's
Yeah.
a road there right in front of your place, though.
this side. So it's
But
right
light-
behind
the
me.
curtains.
But
Right
light
behind me.
travels like
Light
really
travels
crazy,
from
you
where?
know,
But
from
it can't
everywhere.
If the refraction was there. The
One second,
curtains
Suresh
came
sir.
out.
Suresh sir, one
Sorry,
second.
sorry.
Let me
Stop
get
this.
this. Let me get this. I'm sorry. Ozeji, are you saying
Cyril D.
that you
yeah.
feel that
Yes.
there was no entity
Noted,
in
yeah.
Suresh's stream? A possibility of an entity.
Anything is possible, but I don't think it was. the
And
case.
that's what we will move on.
Jose believe नहीं कर रहा है, मेरे को मालूम नहीं. मैंने
हाँ.
ट्राई किया लास्ट टाइम, तो वो बोला था थोड़ा सटली करने, सुनता नहीं है ना. Oh,
Suresh,
sorry, yeah.
let your son go to sleep. Don't do this. Don't make him sit over there and listen.
काम कर.
Anyway, let's keep going, guys. Now we've discussed. You all decide whether. See someone saying Suresh light ऊपर भी जाता है. Light doesn't stop at the first floor and says मैं ऊपर नहीं जाएगा.
Jose
How
sir,
do
Jose
I
sir.
describe this
Cyril
to
sir,
you?
Cyril
Suresh
sir,
sir, Suresh sir, I got
Cyril
this.
sir, Cyril sir.
Jose will take a clip of that exact moment
No.
and you post it and run a poll on it.
Yeah.
And let people
We'll have to do
discuss.
that.
So
Okay,
the
yeah.
only theory according to me is
Hmm.
if one of the lights which was on that time and somebody did pass by that shadow, that's the only theory that could have. But then that day I remember 2-3 people had passed, and this was only one time that we saw that thing just going past. So yeah,
Sorry, did
he's
you
still
did
not
you,
believing.
did you
And I
feel
told him to
like
stand here. Why are you going there?
Suresh, did you
Gone
feel like a
mad.
cold wind
I
and
yeah,
a slight
that's it.
and were you
Yeah.
feeling a slight tickle?
Oh, and yeah, actually yes.
That was
Then
gas, sir.
You
Anyway,
are not wearing
Oh.
pants. Let's
Oh,
keep
also
going.
I must tell you, I had fever the next day.
oh,
Oh, okay, fever. Then there's a probability it could be in the realm of science. So we're moving on to girls' hostel story, Himachal. After that, someone has written Japanese wailing near a
Grill's
home
toast.
in Tokyo. My God,
This is Grill's hostel story.
Grills. Sorry, Bear Grylls. Sorry, मैं गलत देखा. Anyway, Grills
Himachal.
hostel. Are you there?
Grills Hostel.
Come
Namaskar.
in Grills hostel.
Hello, Grills Hostel. कृपया
How-
आपका webcam शुरू कीजिए please.
Yeah. See, in the hope that they'll start talking quickly, I just want. How you guys been? Yeah.
Grills Hostel.
Oh, you're talking to us or you're
You
talking
guys
to
okay?
So
Everything
he's
good?
talking to
All
Grills
good, man.
Hostel.
All good. All good.
I heard your
I
lights have been
mean-
going on and off, Suresh, in your house. And all.
Yes, so that could happen even as we are speaking, and I'll have to go down again. And of course, you again didn't listen to what was happening to me just before the stream.
I did. I was. So your blood pressure has
I-
gone up.
Blood pressure's gone up. I'm sweating. I had to
Yeah.
actually lie down for a little bit. I'm still groggy from that experience.
Oh man.
But I had my medicines, but I thought you don't get to do the stream quite often nowadays as
Correct.
you could do before.
Correct.
Yeah,
So even though my family said you take some rest and don't do that today, I said no, I want to do the stream.
You are, sir, you are
Oh.
a Hira Admi. That's why, sir. Hira. And
If you had
and
asked
last
us,
week,
we would have said, "Don't come."
yeah, last week, I
Also-
mean, Jose took it off because he had to go for a waxing session. But I mean, that's just
Vaccination.
I
you
said
say? Oh,
Waxing.
Waxing?
not waxing.
Oh.
तुम लोग पागल हो.
oh,
Anyway.
you're waxing.
Listen, Nikhil Gaikwad says आपस में बांट लेना. Thank you, Nikhil. Grills hostel, उसका पूरा Bear Grylls हो गया. He's with Ajay Devgan. अभी वो नहीं आने वाला. We'll go to the Japanese.
ex-scholar.
Oh no, I clicked the wrong button. These things, these
Podcast,
windows move
podcast,
so
podcast,
fast.
podcast. What?
Podcast,
Oh, wow.
podcast.
I love this background.
This
Japanese waiting near our home in Tokyo is
wailing,
connecting to-
sir. आप थोड़ा
Wailing?
वो या वो font
Oh,
आप
yeah.
बढ़ा दो. Suresh
he's-
का his
eyes
hearing
are
is
still
going,
groggy.
his eyes are going. So is she okay?
What?
Archita, we'll bring you back in a little bit. First, we want to
Talking
find
to
out.
me.
Yo,
Sukunara
Suresh,
बताओ. क्यों तो बोल रहा है?
he's Indian. So it's okay.
Yeah.
But he's in Tokyo.
क्या
so-
कर रहे हो?
I feel
I'm
intolerant.
just turning.
Even
I'm
Japanese
just
people won't
turning
know
off
what you're
my
talking about.
screen.
Ah,
Tok
please,
सके तो
please do
Tokyo. Tok सके तो Tokyo.
Oh God. Okay, you
what's
good?
up, brother? How's it going?
Who are we speaking with?
Can you guys hear me?
We
Yes,
can
yeah,
hear
yeah.
you. Yes, yes.
See, that's
Oh,
a Japanese
damn.
accent.
Can you hear us? That's the question.
Okay, first of all, I'm a little out of breath
Oh,
Oh my God, he's Slayer.
because I heard you call out my name a few seconds ago, and then I go dashing down to get my wife, who's currently bathing, who needed so badly to be on this call.
Oh no. So you tell the story slowly then. By the time she's done and all, she can come back. You guys are in
पंडल पहुंच जाएगा तब
you
तक.
guys are in Japan right now?
Yes, we live in Tokyo. We live by I think there's about a 300 meter walk to a cemetery. I don't know if that's anything to do with the story at all, and it's a fairly small story,
Okay.
which helps, I guess. So this is around 11:30 p.m. when I'm returning back from work. I normally take the train to work, and I park my bike near the bike station next to the train station. So my routine is that I leave the train, go pick up my bike, and then cycle homewards. Just this time, we were reeling with a bit of a personal loss of like I guess I'm on camera, so I'm not gonna spell out exactly what it was,
Sure,
but
sure.
something that my wife and I were sort of dealing with, just coming off after about a month of it, and so obviously a lot of a part of me tells me that it was to do with me imagining it, but it was so vivid that I can't help but think this was real.
Okay, go for
So
it. I was just joking
I'm
when I
psych-
said tell the story slowly.
I start cycling towards home, and there is a ballet school on the way, and I normally stop there because there's kids learning ballet lessons from women who are as old as like 70, 80 years old, and it's just a phenomenal sight. So I normally slow down, but this is 11:30 p.m., so there's obviously no one there. But by virtue of habit, I just ended up slowing down. And in that moment, I overhear a voice. And my wife and I have been learning Japanese for the last 3.5 years, so we sort of understand it. We know enough to sort of order vegetarian food and not be lost in the city, but not enough to completely comprehend what I heard. But imagine this, a voice that is right here, like right behind my neck, says something to the effect of, take care of your loved ones. And I obviously had to Google translate this once I got back home, because all through the way I'm just repeating this to myself so that I know.
What were the words in Japanese?
Tomeru wo taisetsu ni. And it loosely translates to you want to take care of your family. And so what happens is I listen to the words being said, and then I start cycling ahead without looking behind me, and the voice starts to feel a little more distant. So that comforts me, because in Japan you very often find people who have repressed sort of feelings about things, and that results in them talking to themselves on the streets very often. People with mental health issues, and so I almost was convinced that that's one of those things, and I turned back to see if there was anyone, and there is nobody. The voice stops. I keep cycling, and it resurfaces, and this time I'm pretty certain I shat my pants, and I dashed home. And it took me a few minutes to actually gather myself, and a few more minutes to actually get to Google Translate and see exactly what that meant. Yeah. But it's also weird, because it's almost advice that we needed a month ago, but it was delayed, I guess, by a month. But yeah.
Wow,
that's
very
the story.
creepy. And has it happened again after that? No.
And I'm still not sure if this is, because we did intense sort of Japanese learning, at least in the first 1.5 years that we moved here. It slowed down because of the pandemic, but my feeling is that maybe I'm just imagining, and maybe these are words that I learned at some point, and there's just, I don't know.
The worst is not knowing.
Yeah. What are the words exactly? Can you
Tomeru taisetsuni. I categorically remember taisetsuni.
You know, I sounded like Epidi Irke Srini. Tamil.
Na Tamil nalla pesren.
Oh, neenga Tamila?
No, you know what I'm imagining? I'm imagining Suresh hears something like this and he says, "Enchile." And the ghost is like, "Nahi, sir, I'm from Punjab."
How do you speak Tamil so well?
No, so I'm a Gujarati, but I was raised in Chennai. And
what kare chhe tumhe? What kare chhe?
Anyway, very creepy story, bro. Very creepy.
Thank you so much
for sharing.
Thank you.
Have a good
one.
You
guys. It is a bit of a bummer that my wife couldn't say hi to you guys, but
next time you can.
Part is important.
You've used up your token, so now the next time she can tell a story.
Yeah.
Chal, take care, buddy. Have a good one.
Bye.
Wow, man.
That's intense.
Another country and hearing stuff in their language. And I would be like, mera ticket book.
I didn't want to ask him though, but I feel like sometimes when you're going through something traumatic, you tend to hear things that you feel like you want to hear, right? And I think that was where he was a little confused about it, right? He was like, did I want to hear that?
He was not sure if he heard it.
Yeah. That is the thing about it. It's not your home language, so you're in that, and I know Japan actually, he touched upon something. There are a lot of people who are, going through a lot of pressure out there, and it's one of the most stressful countries, as far as working is concerned. But yeah, it's pretty creepy, man, and especially when you're in a cycle.
Wow.
Have you ever had that happen to you, by the way, any of your guys, where you're like a whisper close to your ears?
Yeah,
It's
I
happened
know.
to me.
It's happened to me, and that guy said, "Stop! Can you take the wheel off my foot? Off my foot?"
Suresh got so excited to tell this joke. When kar diya.
I messed it up.
It has happened to
Sorry.
me, but he said, "Hey, license takwa." So then I was like, "Yeah, they did."
Sorry. Cyril was saying
Yeah.
something.
I
more
actually
serious.
have I've had like this. It's like a voice whispered something, but I could not make out what it was. I could not. It was not odd. Like it was there. The sound was there, but it was nothing. And of course, I shun it or off with just acoustics. Right? Sometimes the house acoustics can throw audio around and make it sound
And
like it's
form
coming
a
from right.
sentence. Oh God,
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
damn bizarre. It's very bizarre.
You know, there's also certain things that happen is these air pockets. Sometimes when you're walking by, you'll feel as if a gust of wind has just gone past your ear. It's normally the air pockets that it's formed and we pass
Yeah, I
through
know
them.
what you're
Puch
talking
करे ऐसे आता है यार. So we feel कि अरे कोई गया यहाँ से. ऐसे भी हो सकता है क्या?
Yeah, वो भी हो सकता है. But full sentence is a different story ना altogether.
I know.
Anyway,
Full
चलो.
sentence. So आदमी अच्छा था. Advice देके चला गया.
Nice.
आगे
I liked
बढ़ते हैं.
his haircut and his beard.
Yeah.
I just threw that in.
And I'm very happy to have met a person who has met a Japanese booth. Generally, अच्छा लगा.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? People always freaking out when people have different accents. सबका अलग-अलग accent रहता है. Can you
It's
imagine?
wonder.
Yeah.
You do
अच्छा
understand
है.
what we sound like to other people abroad?
No, one second.
It's
Let me
okay.
let me table this.
It's not
In
really-
our own country, we all have different accents by
Yeah.
itself already.
No,
man,
but see, I don't think we should get into this now. But now that I brought it up, accents and people developing accents is more about communication rather than anything else. You want the other
Correct.
person to understand you. It's not about
Correct.
like मैं तुम्हारा accent लेके भागेगा. So, but whenever I go to I shouldn't out myself.
Do say more. Do tell us.
No, sometimes I go to places and then I'll end up just doing that accent again and again. My wife just give me a red hard hit. Stop it. People understand.
Yes.
All right.
So Suresh does that also.
I stopped doing it because I
Suresh,
did a lot of
I honestly don't know what Suresh's real voice is anymore. Like we just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Damn it.
So people want like this fully sorted like desi accent. Yeah,
Yeah.
why मैं उधर आ रहे था पूरा गोश्त उधर से आ गया मेरा बाइक पे बैठ गया मेरा पूरा फट गया गांठ तो टेंशन मत लो भाई
I
सबका
wonder
अलग अलग
where exactly is the song?
टपोरी ghost stories है क्या
It
हुआ?
sounded like
boy.
Ranveer Singh rapping right now. ये भाई उधर आगे ले बंदूक लेके अपने को फड़ी लेगा.
Tell me something. That's a great thing about it, right? Do ghosts have accents even?
Oh yeah, of course. Now we know. Yes.
Oh, do they
Do
retain
ghosts
the
have
accent
accents?
or
Do they
because
retain the accent?
because they're talking to you mentally on some level? Do you hear it in
Okay.
the accent that you want, or is it their own
Oh.
accent?
That is the question. I
Like
want to
the
know.
ghost could be Punjabi and he's saying, "Oh yaar, तुम क्या कर रही हो वहाँ पे?" But you're hearing it in a Goan accent. ये किधर है क्या करती किसको बता देगा? Anyway, this is a very intellectual, deep scientific,
Very
pseudoscience
Actually,
discussion.
it is. Believe me, imitating voices and all, getting accents right, and it's not easy.
Correct. I mean, but
Just
these are
study,
things
it's a
we would
science.
like to know, right? It's a pertinent question. I don't know what that word is, but
No, but what would be funny is if you had like a foreigner someone from America who came here
Correct.
and started developing an Indian accent because he wanted to communicate.
this.
But strangely, there are a lot of people who actually,
That'd be funny as well.
ulta ho gaya hai.
But foreigners, I feel like they come here and they learn the language completely.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah,
once
yeah.
I was in Goa, there's this lady who come from abroad. She learned Konkani, like she spoke it better than the rest of us. Crazy. Anyway, we're digressing. Riya ji, aap hai line pe?
Riya ji, kya aap?
Oh my god!
Booth
Oh my
hai?
god! I don't believe. Oh my god!
Suresh does
You don't
such. I
believe-
really thought the sound was
I thought
coming from
Suresh
the other
was doing,
window.
yeah,
Just
Suresh, I really thought was doing that voice just now. I was like, Suresh, kya baat hai?
Good job,
Ventriloquism.
good
Ventriloquism.
Anyway,
Ventriloquist.
No, if it's from down, ventriloquism.
we are going to sleep.
Oh. Oh my
Akshay
god! I don't
says-
believe.
Yeah.
Suresh, you should cover your mouth when you do that. We'll never be able to tell
See,
it.
see like that. I got, I got.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't believe it. I don't. Oh. Okay, bye. Good night.
अच्छा, रिया ने सो गया.
Akshay is writing a 1 of 4 in the super chat. Bro, I'm not sure if that's how you should use it. You can come to the Discord so we can discuss it. Something about helping people with mental health issues and stuff. Anyway, please share whatever it is you want to share with us. We'd like to hear it. But, this is the point where we should.
Hey.
Let's keep going. Ria's not joining us, I think. I don't think
I feel I'm getting a feeling that she's not going to communicate with us. She's
if the spirits deem it.
Ria, if you can hear us,
God, putting Ria
talk
back in the meeting.
now.
Preston D'Souza, man. He father knows Aulad. He's saying best story Goa. Dangerous, huh? Whenever you pick somebody who says best
So from
story,
Tokyo,
Satyanas.
from Tokyo, we'll come back to Panjim, man.
Yeah, Lagos, Jaipur, Goa.
Good variety of ghosts that we're having on the stream, man.
And
Preston button.
Suresh has taken that song.
Preston is gone.
That song.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
I'm
gone,
freaking out.
and he's every day he does something around that song. He's matched it to now the Teletubbies dancing, and it fits. That's the best part.
Yeah,
so
Suresh,
good.
today I saw.
Thank you.
Go to
thank you, sir.
Suresh's
Thank you, sir.
Instagram account, guys, to see this
That's
work
too
of
funny.
art right now. Akshay says, sorry, I didn't want to bring down the mood of the stream. Don't worry, buddy. It's just super chat, but your stream is helping me cope for this. Thank you all. All right, man. We're happy to have people use this stream in whichever way possible for good, of course.
Yeah.
We're annoying you. Just click
For us,
dislike
it's
and run
very
away.
also very therapeutic.
And
No,
stay
sorry. I was
strong,
talking to someone
man.
else again about another stream.
Yeah. So,
No, it is though.
I wanted to actually do the whole dance with the tea strainers today, and I planned to do it, but all of a sudden I just went down, whoosh, karke. It was
Are
like,
you okay
You should
though?
take care, man. Suresh.
I'm still slightly woozy, but it's fine.
You want to have something like
I'm feeling happy.
something to eat?
Was that you,
Hello?
Suresh, this time?
Suresh, how did you do that voice?
Oh my God, I don't
Actually
believe.
sounds like Nidhi.
Hi, Nidhi.
Hi, Nidhi. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, being
Nidhi.
here again.
Nidhi, कैसे हो?
निधि कृपया आपका वेबकैम शुरू कर सकते हैं
अरे
प्लीज.
यार लाइट चली गई यार.
अरे
अरे
बिजली
यार.
चली गई, क्या करोगे?
But you might be Balesh, so we have to make sure.
Yeah,
यार
Balesh can do good women's voices we've heard.
फिर आपका मोबाइल ऑन है और आप
अभी कोई डर जाए तो मेरी जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, ठीक है? मैं
अरे
ऑन
no,
कर
ठीक
रही
है
हूँ.
ठीक है ठीक है.
Have you seen our faces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh.
Don't worry, Nidhi. Much better than all three of us put together. Oh, क्या vibe
Yeah.
आ रहा है from the torch and all. बाप रे, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
Nidhi. Yeah, you got the whole vibe, and I'm feeling bad about my lighting.
The plot
Go
twist
ahead.
is that Nidhi is stalking her neighbor. She's sitting in the garden watching her neighbor currently. Anyway, Nidhi, it's over to you for your ghost story. Take it away.
All yours.
Yeah, first of all, I'm not sure if it's a ghost story or not.
अरे disconnect.
मतलब
Let's
love
just
problem नहीं है ना?
नहीं.
हाँ ठीक है.
That
Okay.
that comes in category of horror stories.
You're not sure if it's a ghost story, but you think there is a ghost in it somewhere.
It was an experience.
ठीक है, बोल
So,
दो.
Scary
Okay, बोल-
experience.
बोलिए.
I was in my hostel, so I slept. Like I'm the kind of person who remembers the dream very clearly. Like not the start or end, but all of it. Even if it's 5 minutes, and it's actually long. I sometimes check my check time. So मैं हिंदी में कंटिन्यू करती हूँ फीलिंग वैसे ही.
हाँ, हिंदी में ही बोल दो ना. अच्छा, वो फील
बिंदास.
आएगा. प्लीज हिंदी में बोल दो आप.
ये सारा दिन ऑफिस के मीटिंग्स अटेंड करते करते जबरदस्ती प्रिटेंड करना पड़ता है यार, बहुत ज्यादा.
Okay.
क्योंकि यहाँ पे
please.
हमारे साथ हिंदी विद्वान सिरिल डिएब्रियो भी है.
Yeah.
बिल्कुल.
टेंशन मत ले, आप जो लैंग्वेज पे आपको कंफर्ट है आप वही लैंग्वेज पे बताइए, बात कर.
वरिष्ठ हिंदी अध्यापक है वो.
गॉड ब्लेस यू. क्या? ओ
भाई लोग वो पनवेल का ट्रेन आ रहा है. चलो हाँ.
हाँ. सो मैं सो गया आराम से, और फिर अचानक से तो 3 बजे मुझे लग रहा है कोइंसिडेंस है, बट मैं उठी तो मुझे ऐसा लगा, आंखें खोली मैंने, पर ऐसा लगा कि मतलब डेंसिटी हवा की बहुत ज्यादा हो गई थी. ऐसा धीरे धीरे जैसा चाशनी जितनी गाढ़ी होती है ना, उतना मुझे लगा कि वो ऊपर से ऐसे गले के पास से आते आते धीरे धीरे कवर होता जा रहा है, मेरा पूरा फेस उसमें कवर होता जा रहा है. तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा डर गई. तो इतना ज्यादा मैं कभी डरती नहीं हूँ कि मैं आंखें खोल दूं सपने से, तो वो सपना तो नहीं था, तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा डर गई। मैंने रूम में इधर उधर देखा, इतना डर गई कि मुझे लगा मम्मी किधर है, लेकिन ऑब्वियसली हॉस्टल था तो मम्मी मिली नहीं मुझे, तो मैं और डर गई। तो कुछ थोड़ी देर मैंने कोशिश किया, फिर किसी तरह मैं उठी और मैंने जाके बाहर चेक किया तो कॉरिडोर में कोई नहीं है। मैं और डर गई, मतलब माहौल ही बहुत डरावना हो गया था। कॉरिडोर में कोई नहीं है, सबके रूम्स बंद है, लाइट्स ऑफ है, सब सो रहे हैं आराम से, तो मैं किसी को उठा भी नहीं सकती कि डर लग रहा है बहुत ज्यादा। और फिर उसके बाद मैंने फिर ट्राई किया सोने का, तो मुझे लगा सपना रहा होगा, अभी दोबारा तो कंटिन्यू नहीं होगा ऑब्वियसली, 5 मिनट बाद तो नहीं होगा, तो मैं सो गई। उसके बाद मैं जब उसके बाद ये फिर से कंटिन्यू हुआ, वो वापस से चढ़ना चालू हुआ, इतना ऐसा बहुत हैवी हैवी, बिल्कुल वो बंद होता गया, तो इट्स समथिंग फनी एक्चुअली, नॉट स्कैरी। इतना मुझे डर लगा, लेकिन मैंने गिव अप कर दिया। मैंने कहा 2 चीजें हो सकती है, या तो ये बहुत ही डेंजरस कोई चीज है, डेविल टाइप, तो मैं लड़ने का कोई फायदा है नहीं, मैं कर पाऊंगी नहीं कुछ, तो मैं जा रही सोने। और फिर मैंने कहा अगर ये भगवान टाइप कुछ है, जीसस वीसस, तो भी फायदा ही है, तो मतलब आशीर्वाद ही दे रहे होंगे, तो 2 भी ठीक ही है। तो मैंने कहा मेरी औकात से दोनों ही चीजें बाहर है, तो मैं सो जाती हूँ अभी। फिर मैं सो गई। So it was something funny I wanted to share, but this life.
I can tell you what it could have been.
Sleep paralysis.
Wow, did you sleep paralysis, and also maybe the fan was playing tricks. Because,
sometimes the neighbors burn leaves and all, na? Rubber also they throw inside
yeah,
sometimes.
Correct. That's
I'm just saying.
You need to talk to your neighbors over there.
It was my college hostel room.
Oh, acha.
Oh, yeah.
The whole campus.
Oh,
Nobody was burning anything.
That's freaky.
But yeah.
अरे college campus पे बहुत सारा burning रहता है. Don't worry, we'll talk about that on a different day. Nidhi, thank you so much. That was a great.
Thank you, Nidhi.
That was a story. That was a story.
Thank you all for letting me join.
Thank you.
No, thank you for us.
You speak in Hindi. You cannot speak in English.
Nidhi, thank you. धन्यवाद निधि, शुक्रिया.
चलो, bye bye.
देखिए, कृपया ये स्टोरी बहुत फ्रिकी था, जैसे हमारे जो दोस्त साइरस बोलता है,
unnerving.
We forgot what Cyrus said.
हाँ, मैं भूल गया वो तो टाइम हो गया.
Because he was talking Hindi, so he thought in Hindi. Then he realized Cyrus ने हिंदी में कुछ नहीं बोला था.
Man. Stuff. All right, let's keep going. To the 2,300 plus people over here, what is wrong with you? Please get help. We don't know why you like watching this stream. See, it's a ghost stories / comedy stream. Sometimes you'll get one or the other. Sometimes you might not get any of them. We don't claim anything. Take everything with a pinch of salt. Don't forget to hit like on the stream. Definitely helps. Cyril, take your opportunity. Not you, Cyril.
No. I'm liking the stream right now.
You can do that, no problem. Satyar Singh says India is going through coal shortage. Power crisis start affecting this stream as well. We not using coal. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah. We never know where this is coming.
I don't know.
Bizarre, but very nice one actually.
Should not have read that out. Let's keep going. 53 minutes already gone. Wow, time flies when you're having fun.
मुझे पता नहीं कैसे होते हैं ना ऐसा.
But see, guys.
आदित्य ने मैसेज भेजा, उसको तुरंत ले ले 10:24 को. आदित्य श्रीचंदन.
Thank you.
सुरेश और मतलब तू एजेंट ही है ना, तो मतलब ऐसा.
If you all guys want to get snack sponsors and all, na.
Yeah.
So you must talk about what you're eating and also. I was drinking nimbu pani actually, guys.
Sure.
Why it was that color, I can explain.
So doctor साहब मैं ठीक हूँ ना.
नहीं सर, आप थोड़ा कम शुगर पी लीजिए, आपका यूरिन थोड़ा बहुत, it was very sweet.
No.
So it was that color because of my God, I have to be careful. Who knows, NCB might come. We use brown sugar, the sugar that is brown. It's supposedly healthy. Correct. The color also changes. That's why it looked like that. Nimbu pani. I've been tripping on this stuff with ice.
But why are you having that kind of sugar? Are you on a health thing? As in...
No. It's just it was there. My wife does these things. Midnight Kettle. Bro, you do not need to super chat. You already did so much by making that intro, man. Big round of applause for Midnight.
Dude, amazing. So amazing. I just have to say
that
again.
Fine Fettle Midnight Kettle.
Can I? How do I do a refund?
But I just want to say like a big shout out to everyone who makes this kind of artwork and animation. It's just like a whole different level, man. I can't stop admiring the
Cyril,
kind of talent.
we've talked about doing animated stuff, and we now have a repository of so many amazing artists on the Discord server.
So isn't repository what you put in your...
No, that's a suppository.
Oh, okay.
Every time I say repository, Cyril says, "Isn't that what you put in your bum?" And I say, "No, that's a suppository." Every time. Fuckers are insane.
My
But anyway,
apologies.
but
I
Midnight
think,
Kettle, Ketan. Wow.
Very nice.
well done, yeah.
Wait,
Aditya Sri
I
Chandan
got
ko
something for
can I
Midnight
put?
Kettle.
अरे आ गया. I thought उसको भी
That
मैं
took a long time, but I
Yeah.
forgot कि उसको लेके आया भी
No,
अंदर.
I was actually waiting
Wow,
for you
Cyril.
Oh, we were waiting for us to shut up.
Hi, Aditya.
He's
Welcome to the
talking to
stream,
me.
buddy.
Yeah, thank you. So actually, I have a quick story with me, which happened with my friend. Long ago, he used to, just like you all, we used to sit down and share ghost stories. So
Hey,
like when I
before
was
you
in-
start, Richard was saying कि हम लोग को बात नहीं करना चाहिए, no? Rest of the people in the chat, please, you guys tell Richard what you think, whether we should stop doing that. Best of luck. Go for it. Everybody tell Richard what you think. Back to you, Aditya.
Yes.
Okay.
So this friend, he said that with his dad, there was another colleague or friend that they were traveling from a place in Gujarat, and there is a particular stretch from Surat or to Vadodara. I don't remember exactly. So it's quite notorious for these kind of things. People say that daketi hoti hai, and maybe there is one particular stretch where the time kind of slows down, or maybe weird things happen. So this my friend with his dad with one of his colleagues, he was coming back to a city, and it was like 12 or 1 a.m. at night. So what happened is, while on the way, it was pitch black. Okay, like no lights and all that, only trees around them. And after a while, the other guy, like my friend's dad was driving, and the other guy, he needed to piss. He was like, "बहुत जोर से लगी है, please कहीं पे रोक दो."
Of course.
Then he was like, "इतने ये रास्ता ठीक नहीं है, we'll just go somewhere आगे." That the same guy was telling. But वो बोले ठीक है, चलो कोई बात नहीं, रुक जाते हैं. Then वो रुक गए वहाँ पे. फिर क्या हुआ कि as soon as he was pissing, like it was totally black. Okay, only the headlights were on, and he was like thoda aage he was pissing, and thode time baad he could hear like someone breathing heavily, like it was this close to him, the guy who was pissing. Okay, and he sensed something so like heavy that बहुत पास था, जो ऐसे यहाँ पे आके कोई सांस ले रहा है. And the moment, like उनका obviously मुंह भी बंद हो गया होगा, but लेकिन जैसे ही
सवाल.
he actually, like, he turned and he saw a very weird face with a big you could say a bindi or maybe a red dot over here, and his teeth, like with all the Vimal Pan Parag, I don't know, it was totally shattered, everything. He really looked ugly and freaky. And he said like, "Oh, BD chahiye, BD." And this guy, yeah. And
तो
this
भाई
guy-
ये भूत नहीं था, उसको बस बीड़ी चाहिए था.
yeah, and then he was like totally like free. But हुआ क्या कि something वही टाइम पे उसको लगा कि पैर में कोई पकड़ लिया उसको, he couldn't move. And at that point he said that, "Okay, मैं गाड़ी से लेके आता हूँ, इधर ही खड़े रहना." And that very moment he went to the car. I don't know what struck in his head. He went to the car. He said like, "Jaldi आगे यहाँ से भागो." And his friend, his dad, like my friend's dad, was like, "What happened? What happened?" He's like, "Please पीछे नहीं देखना, जल्दी जल्दी निकलो." And then that's how they escaped. I don't know what exactly it was, but this was like the moment he said that there was a particular person like this close and doing this stuff. It was actually scary.
बेचारा कोई
wow.
आदमी वहां पे जिसको बीड़ी चाहिए था, और
Yeah,
उसने कहा, "अरे मेरे को
he must
छोड़
be
दिया
standing
यहाँ पे."
there for like
नहीं,
1 घंटा.
लास्ट टाइम दो हफ्ते पहले कोई था ना, एक ओल्डिश पर्सन सेट कि वह गया था और 2 लोग वहां पे खड़े थे, मैंने पीडी मांगा, फिर पता नहीं वो लोग दोनों भाग गए, तो मैंने देखा ही नहीं कहाँ चले गए.
But hold on, sir. Aditya, you're saying that someone was also holding his legs?
Yes, like I
Oh,
think
shit.
that he could be so freezed or maybe इतना डर गया
हाँ
था
मतलब
वो,
डर के तो
They were
you
stuck on
freeze
the
sometimes.
spot.
but I don't think so that's a way to ask a BD, you know, like इतना पास
No,
है।
अरे
Obviously.
मुद्दे वक्त
और
साला
और एक
मुद्दे वक्त मेरे से पूछ रहा है।
और हमारे दोस्त के लिए सुरेश जी, ये टॉयलेट कहाँ पे था?
हाँ,
अरे उधर ही बाहर गया होगा।
सूरत साइड में।
सूरत पे, अच्छा।
एक
हमें
बार
पूछना है।
मेरे साथ भी ऐसे ही हुआ था। मैं मूत रहा था ऐसे और किसी ने आके मेरे से टाइम पूछा। When he came so close and he asked me, so I had to turn around, but I forgot that I was speaking, so I sprayed him a little bit. That say sorry then.
Oh, that's creepy, man. Thank you,
very
Aditya.
Yeah.
Freaky story. Even if it's
Pura
not a
freaky.
ghost, that's damn
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
मुद्दे
I
वक्त
mean,
इसको
last
बीड़ी
thing
चाहिए
in the
था।
night, someone says बड़ी है क्या था क्या?
भूत था that because somebody like this coming in the night, and after that they didn't see him or anything, is it?
Yeah, actually, yeah, nobody
didn't
saw,
wait.
because that the thing is that road ऐसा कुछ होता है, but I don't know कोई ऐसे बीड़ी कौन कुछ
Wow,
भी ऐसे
freaky.
वो भी सकता है. I mean, but अभी पता नहीं अभी ना. But
Bro,
yeah, but it's a freaky experience.
People
Yeah,
are
yeah.
asking if you're related to Yashraj Mukhate. Are you related to him in any way? Just
No,
checking.
no.
Antara has said so. You can start a YouTube channel and pretend to be him. Speaking of Yashraj, though, he's so sweet, man. He comments on all these the artwork and the videos and stuff that other people
So
have made.
sweet
So
of him.
big shout out to that guy. Yashraj, हीरा आदमी है ऐसे, हीरा
The
है।
real
बहुत
Rashad,
अच्छा।
the real.
क्या
yeah,
करूं
real
मैं?
one.
क्या करूं? The real one,
आदित्य
not
भी अच्छा।
Aditya.
आदित्य
Aditya, thank you so much.
Thank you,
BD है क्या?
Aditya.
Thank you.
चल, bye bye.
Really?
Bro, in the middle of this is like
Yeah,
those
but-
who tour bus and all, they stop in the jungle
yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah.
And somebody says बीड़ी चाहिए अपने को.
You know,
Oh my
but
God.
sometimes
I think-
locals will come up to a tourist or someone who they think is passing by and ask. But it is creepy to experience something like that. At least that's it. I mean, it's happened. Like I mean, haven't you like experienced it where you're traveling to another city and you stop somewhere and someone will come and ask you for something like this? It's a courtesy thing. It's not like they're just like, hey, तेरे पास like you have a something.
Do you have a BD? But the guy was taking a leak. So my only explanation there is that guy could have been a local who was drunk also. उसको वो chasing
Yeah,
करने के
वो
लिए
वो भी
बीड़ी
हो
चाहिए
सकता
था.
है. वो भी हो सकता है, correct.
So but he was so drunk he didn't realize, he thought that guy was just standing over there. And looking
but
at the
लेकिन
view or something.
दूसरा चीज उसको पूछना था कि was that guy inside the toilet with him? Because
There was, I don't
But
think
they
there
were
was a
roadside,
toilet.
roadside,
side
roadside
pick
पे,
here.
अच्छा.
So the more and more these stories I hear, I'm convinced never again while driving down to
बाहर
Goa or
नहीं
anything.
करना
रात बाहर तो लाइफ में
नहीं,
नहीं करूंगा
नहीं,
और
नहीं,
अंधेरे में तो गाड़ी रोकेगा ही नहीं. I'll
Yeah.
so all the more reason for my new product to be sold in the market very soon.
What is the product?
It's called, we had discussed this before. For
We'll
being-
discuss it, sir. I also have a counter. I think we need to discuss counters to encountering spirits. Like how
Yeah.
do we counter something like this?
Correct. Oh,
Bro,
somebody
he's
called-
in, he's in 5D audio. इसका audio
Yeah,
5D
yeah.
है.
What
Wow.
is this? I heard the audio from my left ear. Are
Yeah,
Nice.
same.
Fink?
Left.
क्या चल
Fink
रहा है?
speaks.
But
Go
his
for it, Finky Dink.
headphones are not working. Earphones are not working.
No, no, he's just catching
सुना
up
रे?
with us. आएगा वो अभी 2 सेकंड में. Brother, you're on the stream. You're live. Are we on your stream?
Yeah. I feel like we're going on his stream right now. It's got the lighting, the background,
रुक मैं भी मैं
the
करूँगा.
mic.
I'm scared I'll ruin my camera if I do anything
मत कर हो जी मत.
देख मेरा भी blur मैं कर सकता हूँ.
Sir,
You guys hear me?
yes,
We can hear
we
you.
can.
Welcome. Mr. Fink speaks. Good to have
Hi,
you on.
hi guys. How are you doing?
Oh.
Oh, तो
The
सुरेश का
internet,
इंटरनेट
huh?
पैकेज ले लिया तुमने.
Are you in Suresh's building by any chance?
No.
All right, buddy. The stream is all yours. Go for it. Tell us
First of
your
all, thank you.
ghost
Thank you so
story.
much for letting me in.
Good to have
Okay,
you.
so I'll straight away go into the story. So this was back in 2013. I had moved from Delhi to Pune for a new job, and my office was in there's a place called Magarpatta, which is like a hub for all the corporate offices. So I had rented a place somewhere on the outskirts of Hadapsar. There's a place called Hadapsar, and there's a new society which was coming up, and it was a beautiful house, a duplex house. I rented it out. I was about to get married in a couple of months, so I thought I should get a big house, set it up for my wife when she joins me in Pune. So, sorry, I'm a little nervous.
अरे आराम से.
So-
Don't take कोई tension नहीं. Don't.
So what
stress.
happened was, so the guy who, this guy that I rented this house from, he used to live in Germany, And I had only seen the pictures of the house, and it was a beautiful house in newly constructed society. Um, Everything was done, and I moved into this house. It was completely empty. There was just one double bed on the first floor, and it so happened that since there was nothing in the house, it was completely empty. I went out and bought some food and things like that. It was around 8 o'clock in the night. I came back, crashed, ate some food, crashed on the bed, and just went to sleep. And it was somewhere around October, November time frame when there was heavy rains in Pune. So I was sleeping on the first floor. There was no curtains on the window, so the room was such like that. The bed was right next to the window, and there was no curtain on it. I was sleeping on the bed, and at around 1:30 in the night, there was a thunderstorm, and my sleep just went off. I just woke up due to this thunderstorm, and I woke up, drank some water, and I could feel something very eerie about that place. I could sense that somebody is watching me from behind, from the window, and it was so creepy. I turned around and I could not find anyone. I thought maybe I'm hallucinating. I'm sleepy, and it's just a fragment of my imagination. I drank some more water, and the same feeling came again. It's just like some air is passing through. Though the window was closed, there was no way the air could come in. I could sense that some air was coming right from my behind, from the window. And I turned around, and I kid you not, I saw a shadow. And this was on the first floor. I could literally see a shadow standing right in front of my window. And it was so creepy. It was so creepy that I got up from the bed and I went downstairs, and मैंने वहाँ पे एक bedsheet बिछाया, and I just went to sleep. I went to sleep there. Next morning when I went to my office, so I had to fly down to France in a couple of weeks, and it so happened that I was so drained the next morning, I forgot my passport. I had to give it to the visa people. During the evening time when I was coming back from office, my manager asked me if I had brought my passport, and I had forgotten it at that place. So he sent two of my colleagues with me, since I had no transportation at that point of time. Two of my colleagues came back with me to the house in the car, and it was raining very heavily. The distance was about half an hour, but it took us about 2.5 hours to come to that place. It was about 10:30 in the night. These guys were standing outside. They had to collect the passport for me and go back to the office. I went inside the house, and these guys are standing outside. And I kid you not, when we enter the house, there is a living room and there's a kitchen right next to the living room. I went inside, I opened the door, and I could literally see a shadow standing towards the end of the kitchen. I could see glowing eyes. I could see the shadow. I looked at it. I went upstairs. I packed my bags, and I just left that place. I told my colleagues that, listen, I'm not staying at this place. Just drop me at the hotel. I'll spend the night there, and maybe I'll look for another place. I could not stand there. It was so creepy. It was so creepy that, you enter the house, you see someone standing, the black figure, and the eyes are glowing.
Good. And any explanation as to kya hua tha?
No, I had no explanation. I was completely blanked out, at least for 3-4 days. And then I researched it on a bit, and that's where when I found out about these creatures called shadow people. So these are black figures which infest your house, infest empty houses basically.
Okay.
So that's where I kind of came up with this theory that this could be one of those creatures.
But what is their purpose? I mean, do they have a particular purpose, or?
I'm not sure. They just infest the empty houses, is what I know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure whether it was a shadow people or not, but that's my theory. But it was so crazy. It was very
and did anything else happen? I mean, like besides you experiencing them standing at a distance?
No, nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. But it's just watching, seeing someone standing in front of you, just a complete black figure and eyes glowing. it was just I literally shat my pants that day.
Wow, man, that
It
must be
was
really
crazy.
freaky experience
It
somewhere.
was crazy.
And now you're not afraid of ghosts anymore because you're married, I guess.
Yeah. Also, you got
Yeah.
great lighting, so I think the shadow people will not show up out there. But
But shadow
But super-
people need good lighting. You have to put all the lights off, then you can't see the shadow people.
Yeah.
This is the bad discussion. Fink Speaks, you have your own YouTube channel, I believe. Please drop it in the link.
Yes,
Drop it in
yes,
the comments so people can
I
come
have
and
a
check
channel
it out.
called Fink Speaks. I used to do reaction videos, but I haven't uploaded anything for last 4-5 months. So
Hey, same here,
Hey,
bro.
join the
Even we
club.
get, yeah, bro. Welcome. You're part of our channel now.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Cheers,
guys.
man.
Thank you
Thanks for
letting me-
sharing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Shadowy
Crazy,
figure
man.
with piercing eyes. I normally used to see my mother like that in a distance every time I broke something in the house.
How
but
mean.
yeah, because she'd be like, shadowy figure. I'll be like, I'm gone.
OAS said NPC. Like you find in video games. Uska
Okay.
ghar mein tha NPC. Just
I can
waiting.
see some girls fighting on Cyril on the Harami chat. Very interesting.
That's
Anyway.
okay, guys.
Those are all
Please,
guys.
please.
I know. They said that they're Anand and Rakesh ultimately. That's it.
Even if you're Anand and Rakesh, you're invited to Cyril ka Swayamvar happening very soon.
Will you stop
where
announcing this?
we are still we're in
You're
discussion.
making my Instagram very uncomfortable.
There's a legal thing we have to go through first. As soon as we get Cyril's consent, that's the biggest issue here. He's not giving us
Oh, I'm
consent.
sorry.
Hey.
We're asking for my consent apparently. Now.
1 second, sirs. Again, coming back to the thing that was seen behind my.
Your house, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, sir.
So maybe
Yes.
that was one of the shadow people, is it? Because later on the night, after I saw that a lot of people brought it to my attention, so I decided to take walks when the lights are off completely to fight that fear myself. वैसा कुछ रहेगा क्या? And then कुछ था वैसा मुझे डर नहीं लगा.
Okay, Suresh, sir, let's tackle it from a perspective based on inputs, and we make it short and quick before Panvel आ गए. Hey, Hoezaay ji, अभी ऐसा दरवाजे खोल के I can't do anything. मैं क्या बोलूं आपको, Suresh ji?
I'm 100% it was a car passing by. Somebody must
Suresh,
have fit.
I believe you.
They
I
must have
believe
fit
you,
extra
Suresh.
powerful lights or something and
अरे
it reached
कैसे?
your floor. Yeah.
अरे you have to
नहीं
see.
तेरे पास blackout curtains है ना, Suresh? पीछे blackout curtains है ना?
Yeah.
हाँ, ये तो.
What do you mean? What does it mean?
Hoezaay.
You have blackout curtains. You can
Can
see
you
I have
see light
blackout
coming through
curtains.
this
No light
curtain
comes
right
through
now?
the sun. No sunlight, nothing comes through.
no light comes through the sun. But if the car passes by now, then only we'll see. Na? Okay, do one thing,
Are
Suresh. Go stand behind your curtain.
Okay, wait.
Can you
I'll
do that?
drive my car. I'll drive my car right now, and I'll pass.
No, I want to see if you can see Suresh's headphone ka lights through his curtain. Go, Suresh. Go stand behind the curtain.
Okay,
He's
I'll do
actually going to do it. That's the best part.
that. I want to do that.
Actually, ये लाइट बहुत
ये हमारा जादू देख, सुरेश चले गया.
Suresh, actually, I don't really care, but we just wanted to make you go behind the curtain. So that's Suresh.
I'm
Come
not
back.
coming back. मैं अभी इधर से करूँगा.
Somehow your audio has gotten better from behind the curtain. I don't know how that's possible even. Man, crazy.
That is damn funny.
Anushka is
But,
saying she had a similar experience and stuff. Anushka, I hope don't get too freaked out.
Yeah,
Also.
yeah.
My God.
Me story about my uncle. लेकिन story के पहले ओजे जी कृपया हम बहुत मैसेजेस मिल रहे हैं कि आप सुपर चैट का मैसेजेस पढ़
अरे
ना
वो
रहे हैं.
I'm sorry, वो story के बीच में मैं नहीं पढ़ सकता था ना. But I think
पहले
Aditya.
गाली क्यों दे रहे तुम?
What? Aditya and a couple of other people. Sorry, Mr. Super Chats. You have to find the spots in between the stories when nothing's going on.
That's true.
Shakib Bike says, had Cyrus been in the video, he could have said unnerving. True. He could have said. We can actually just get Cyrus to just say unnerving, and we can play it out.
I'll tell you now, it's around like 10:44. It's like late in the stream. So Cyrus would have been somewhere like here.
Yeah. And no, this is Cyrus.
Cyrus would be like, Hoezaay, brother, the time is 10:45.
Very funny.
It's 10:45, guys.
Mihir bhai, ab hai kya?
Here,
Mihir is coming on.
if you can hear us from the other side, push the
आएगा
volume.
मीर भाई आएगा 2 मिनट में. उसको some connections are taking a little longer, so we'll
Oh,
make it.
ये कैसे होते हो होज़ाय जी? ये मीर का मतलब इतना टाइम तो वो ठीक है, लेकिन सुरेश जी कुछ प्रॉब्लम होते हैं मेरे आ रहे
Can you
right,
repeat
Mohit,
that whole thing again? I'm not sure what you said exactly.
Jitendra Singh, big fan. Suresh, you're
Neither
going
am I.
great. Loved your movies and now streams. I'm just ignoring y'all, and I'm reading out some messages that were sent to me. And also, I must say, there's this lady who actually sent me a message, and she says, "Kya naam bataya? Shakshi Jarbade." I'm going by the name Black.
Kavita, you made it.
Black
Mihir
Magic
and his
Story.
uncle have to move
Kavita,
along.
there camera, matlab full guma gum. It's going on the camera.
Akshi
I was
Jarbade.
trying to see what is the best position to
Ah.
go with.
Go for it.
Okay.
Kavita,
Hi guys.
welcome.
Hi, Kavita.
Hi. So this is a story. It's not my story. It's my
Hey, Divyadatta.
roommate's story. You can hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Loud
Very
and clear.
clear. Very clear.
Even Divya ji
Okay,
can
so-
hear you.
Sunaiye.
So my friend, she used to live in Bangladesh in Dhaka. So ये story है जब वो कुछ 9 साल की थी और so she moved. So her parents and they moved into this house which was next to this tuberculosis hospital. And this house was one of those old big houses. पुराना घर, बहुत like old wooden furniture and all.
Okay.
So they were moving in their stuff and तभी they were just cleaning and तो वहां पे एक column था. तो cleaning करते करते they found this symbol on the column. It was almost etched in it. So it was a symbol which was of bones and skull. और उसके नीचे लिखा था खूफा बारी in Bengali. Khufa Bari means Khufa is ghost and like scary or haunted. Exactly, Cyril.
Okay.
And Bari is house. So it's like it was literally and it was written in red. So it was written haunted house. But her parents were like well educated and all, and they didn't make much of it. They were like, "Likha hoga kisi ne." They were like, "Screw it, we don't care." So they started living in that house, and her mother was pregnant at that time. And a few months later, her brother was born, and he was born and he had a cleft feet. So he was born with this slight disorder in his leg, and it's still there. They were like, okay, मतलब कि होगा कुछ, something must have gone wrong in pregnancy or whatever. They didn't make again much out of it. They were like, okay, we'll continue living. A few months later, her mom developed diabetes. So they were like, again, then they were like, okay, fine, life happens. And then a few months later, her grandparents, they were ousted from their family home, and they came and come and live with them. And her grandmother was completely paralyzed. So they came and the mother was in the house. They put her on the bed. And a few days later, they found the mother was on the floor. Because she was paralyzed, they don't know exactly how she went on the floor. Probably she wasn't placed properly. But again, they did not hear a thump or like a sound of someone falling. They didn't make much out of it. They were like, "Theek hai, hota hai, it happens." So they put her back on the bed, and they didn't realize how bad it could have been. But 2 weeks later, her grandmother passed away.
Oh, damn.
And after she passed away, and then her grandfather, he was like preparing for the funeral and the whole janaza and all. And then after the preparations, 2 weeks later, her grandfather passed away. And now they were like, this is not good news. I mean, one thing bad started happening, right? After her grandparents passed away, her father lost the job that he was in. And they were like, something is very wrong, because all of this was happening within a span of like probably a year or so. And so they had to like pack up everything, and then they moved out. And once they moved out, all these bad things like started to not happen. So life became more stable. And now in retrospect, they were like, maybe that etching that they found in the column, they took it too lightly. And that kind of, scarred their life and had all this bad stuff happening in them. So probably it was not the way life was supposed to go, but it was some evil stuff which was like around them, which made them
Wow.
face
So,
that.
but there's no way to know for sure, of course, and this is the takeaway that they took from it. All. Crazy story.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing,
Oh, that's pretty
Kavita.
freaky, man. Thank you, Kavita.
They
All
should-
right.
That
Wow.
sign normally means cross bones and the skull means danger. So just
Yeah.
inform them again,
Yeah.
just in case
That's
they
on
ignore it.
the electric box, Suresh.
Yeah, but that's universal sign for danger, by the way.
Ah,
Yeah. I
Nice
saw
one.
it in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
it's not
Yeah,
doing
that's
well.
right.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you,
that
Kavita.
unnerving
Thank you so
much.
story with
Bye.
us. Wow.
And
Bye.
everything.
Unnerving. Suresh, sab theek hai? Your
Hey, Suresh.
your earphones are taking off. There's some kind of light
और
thing.
आप कौन सा स्नैक्स खा रहे हैं बीच में? हाँ?
मैं पेरू खा रहा हूँ अभी थोड़ी
Ah.
इसके बाद
Oh.
मैं थोड़ा सा पॉपकॉर्न भी खाऊंगा.
Oh.
Nice. क्या और क्या है पूरा भंडार है. There's a
बस
big
इतना ही.
मेनू बता
there's a
ना
big
क्या आज का
basket
मेनू.
in front of his laptop. There's a big basket like that filled with fruits and all. He's just
I'm
going for
feeling
it.
this insane hunger suddenly. So
Eat.
Arey, go
Don't
get
eat
some food.
Don't eat
no,
heavy
that's
stuff.
okay.
But
No, that's why I'm just sticking to popcorn and fruits.
Hey Suresh, if you need to eat, please eat. We don't want anything
Hmm,
crazy happening to you.
Suresh,
Also,
wait,
that's the
if you
best
need
part
to
of the
eat-
stream sometimes.
Yeah,
then just eat. Suresh.
especially since you get a lot of what do you call
The
BTS
content.
shots.
BTS
Content
shots.
मिलता है, content sir, content.
Wow.
और क्या हो रहा है? चलो.
और चल रहा है. मैं थोड़ा बटन दबा रहा हूँ इधर. मैं देख लेगा
हाँ.
कौन है next.
सुरेश आपका जो स्टोरी के बारे में अरे ये देखा भी हो से पूरा नेक्स्ट है. मुझे मौका भी नहीं देते इसका डिस्कस करने के.
अरे
What is there to discuss about his story?
जैसे
कुछ नहीं.
कुछ नहीं. Again, I'm on the 7th floor. यहाँ ऊपर तक गाड़ी की लाइट्स नहीं आती है.
Oh, I've got it. Your neighbor's kids are very naughty, so they tied a torch to a string and they waved it on
That's
your
damn
window like
creepy,
that.
by the way, to do that. That is actually a creepy thing.
I would be really pissed if some kids did that.
Man, I'm telling you, it would be a little freaky. I should do that to
That's
someone now.
अरे
My
सुरेश
building.
इतना शर्मा की मत खाओ एकदम
Gappak.
हाँ सुरेश
The
एकदम
polite way of eating.
Suresh is like he's having hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
This pair is lovely.
I've been trained.
Lovely. अरे शिवांगी,
Hey, Shivangi.
कैमरा क्यों बंद किया?
Yeah, no. Hi.
Shivangi, I have to say your curtains are fantastic.
It's like a curtain
they suck.
contest.
They suck. They suck.
Loved.
No, they're not bad. I
I'm
like them.
matching it. Look at it. Matching. I
What
think
is the theme?
your mic
Arey,
is gone low. Shivangi,
Your mic is run
gone
away
low.
from you. Your mic ran away.
Yeah.
Did you move your mic? You were fine until a couple of seconds ago. Did you move the mic?
Your sound must have clipped. So you just adjust your mic again.
Oh, we can't. Don't worry. You take your time. Figure it out.
Don't worry.
See,
Don't worry.
everybody.
You can hear me now?
Oh,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can hear
Oh,
you.
yeah. Oh.
Well
Yeah.
done.
So these just I've been stuck with them since I was in second grade.
The curtains.
I like them.
I'm so sorry.
Like
for that.
in second grade, I used to like football, so like my
That's
parents were
cute,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, football."
That's very cute. No, lovely.
Anyway, let's go on to the ghost story. Shivangi, what do you have for us? Mahal.
Okay, so this is like when I was about to shift to this place, and I was like in first grade or second grade, and I haven't seen this house. It was still like ban raha tha us time pe. So I used to get this dream of being in a new house, which did not look like this at all, luckily. So in my dream, and it was not like कि एक बार dream आया. It was a series of dreams. Like एक dream आता था, then it used to stop at some place, and I used to wake up, and then when I used to sleep the next night, वो वहीं से सा start होता था.
Wow, you had a pause
So-
button in your dreams. Amazing.
Wow.
I mean, like it was just for this dream, and it was very horrifying for me because हम लोग shift होने वाले थे, and I had to go away from my dada dadi. So we used to live with dada dadi before, and then we had to shift here. और मैंने घर नहीं देखा था, मुझे बहुत अजीब लग रहा था शिफ्ट होने में. So in my dream, I'll tell you, we had this house, random house, जिसके बालकनी पे सिर्फ मैं और मम्मा खड़े हैं, and it's raining and it's thunder and it's dark and it's night, and हमारे घर के सामने जिस सामने is like another house looking similar, like a mirror image of our house. And then like that was like first 2-3 days of dreams. Then the next thing that happened was a lady messaging on my mother's phone saying, I'm your neighbor and light nahi hai, and like there's nobody at home, so please like come over. So somehow we did go over to her place, and then the next dream was that lady chasing us to the forest to kill us. Next dream, which came again, was that lady telling us that why is she behind us, but she did not tell us the story. Somehow, like it was a dream and it's vague now. So somehow she was captured and stuff, and this is all happening in a series of dreams. And we captured her and shit. And then these dreams stopped coming for a while. For a while, all these dream things stopped. Then it was summer vacations. I had to go to my nani's house, and so I'm preparing to go there. A day or two before going there, I get a dream that me and my mom are on the train station, and somebody is like begging for like money and stuff. So she's that person, whoever that is fully covered with the cloth and stuff, and that person is begging. The next dream, like the dream pauses here. The next dream is that person who is begging is actually the same lady who had chased us to the forest. And she tells us that since like I had asked you for help before also, and since you did not help us, my child and I died, and that's why I've been chasing you. That's what she tells us. And the dream stops. Next dream, I reach my nana's house, and like you know, there's this वो ऐसा पुराने घर नहीं होते जिनके छत खुले होते हैं, तो it was that kind of place, और ऊपर सिर्फ सरिये लगे थे. तो जो सरिये लगे हुए थे, there was a small jhula attached to it, and me and my cousins used to love being on that jhula all the time. And so like I am like the first night I'm at my nani's place, and I get this dream again where I'm on that jhula. There's this song in the background. The song is very like, now it's creepy. Okay, it was a fun song for me, but now it's creepy because the song was Saat Samundar Paar Se Pariyon Ke Bazaar Se. There was some old song, okay, and it's creepy because I saw in that dream I'm on that jhula. This song is playing, and that same lady from all my dreams is looking at me from up there, and she breaks the jhula and I fall. And that's the end of dream. Next day, I am on the jhula. I am like swinging on it. The same song comes up, and there are किराएदार ऐसे किराएदार रहते ऊपर. So that lady, that same lady who has been coming in my dreams, she looks at me from up there, and my nana nani tell me कि नए किराएदार आए हैं, like not like they are like नए किराएदार आए हैं ऊपर करके, and like she looks at me the same way she looked at me in the dream when she cut like when she.
Wait a second. So real life में that lady who was in season 1 of your dream showed up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That lady who has been showing up in my dreams for so long is actually living as the new kiraedar of my nana nani's house.
Please?
And it was so creepy for me because I was just a second grader, okay, and it's still creepy for me. It's still creepy for me.
So she's still there. The lady's still there.
I don't know, like अभी तो वो घर बेच दिया है, like it's been long.
But
ago.
did you ever tell her about this dream?
You didn't tell her.
I never told anybody about this dream. I never ever told her anybody.
It looked as if you've been dreaming for 2 years, and then you met a lady.
No.
I think you should sell this to Netflix as a series. You know,
it's like Indian version of Inception, where you're gone.
Yeah.
You know, the dreams are mixing around. Then I can share a few dreams of mine also. Yeah, that's a great idea, Cyril.
I mean, Suresh,
Let's just
Okay.
deal with this
I
conversation
wanted to
first.
say something. Like I
Yeah.
have been like recently only I've started watching all your streams and everything,
Oh, so
and
sad.
Thank you.
I've loved watching them, and
Oh,
like
that's
I've
good.
become a fan so bad. And the thing is, I just saw you I just subscribed like very recently. I've subscribed, and I just saw that you were live, and I was like, damn, I need to go
और आप
to the
आगे.
Zoom meeting.
It's
सीधा आ गया.
all your dreams are coming true. Thank you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
guys.
don't
Thank
say
you.
that,
Oh.
please.
Oh.
बैठ जाइए,
I,
बैठ
I
जाइए.
I have horrible dreams. Don't
No,
say that.
don't worry.
So
Today's
change
one
it,
will,
change it to
yeah.
positive dreams.
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Start
Your-
dreaming positively.
Tonight's dream will
Good
be
things will
you're
happen.
hosting a podcast where the three of us are come to talk to you. So
Oh God,
that might be a nightmare,
that
actually.
would
I'm
be
sorry.
great.
Yeah.
Anyway, Shivangi,
Thank you
thanks
so
for
much,
sharing
Shivangi.
that. Very creepy story, but wow. But
I know I
they-
haven't
they
shared
say
it
that
to
the
anyone.
creepier your dreams are, the better real life is. I just made that up to make
Yeah.
you feel better.
Suresh is talking to you, Suresh. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Chalo, take care, Shivangi. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Okay,
Shivangi.
sure.
And the curtain
I
is
love
nice.
coming
Don't
here.
get rid of it.
Hey, I
It's
love the
nice.
curtain. I really do. I
Acha.
really do. I think it's damn cute.
Yeah.
I think it really is.
Oh, thank you.
But
Bye.
bye.
And
Take care.
also, I'm not a 16-year-old. Please, I'm not a 16-year-old. I'm 21 years old. I know I
Very
look
Don't
so
read the
nice.
chat. Don't read the chat.
Okay,
Forget
child.
that.
Well
calm
played,
down.
well played.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah,
चलो.
like no,
Okay.
I'm.
अरे
It's a
तुमको
blessing. It's
तुमको
a
तो
blessing.
पता ही है
Keep
ना
it.
चैट कैसा
Yeah.
है.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
blessing.
I am
Don't worry.
also part of chat only now.
वही ना मैं इसीलिए
Ah.
बोला आपको पता है. चलो
Yeah.
शिवांगी, take care. This is
Bye,
Bye.
Shivangi.
Thank you so much.
Bye, bye,
I'll be
bye.
here for the after party though.
one of those super long goodbyes.
I'd like to take this opportunity to say that आज का जो callers, काफी जो callers है, वो dreams के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं और जो
Dreams and years and all.
हाँ, ये तो थोड़ा सा अभी
But
अलग से बात.
recurring dreams are normally something that is an issue that you have to face. And I used to have these series of recurring dreams which happen at various stages in my life. So nowadays also I'm going through a stage of recurs so many times, and I'm wondering कुछ तो रह गया सुबह उठने के बाद, very strange. But
it's like an unfinished process
Yeah.
that you need to go through.
For
At
me,
least.
my recurring
What
dream when I
happened?
was younger was that I've studied for the wrong exam and I've showed up and I'm writing the exam and I was like,
Really?
but I studied for something else. ये क्या है?
But can I tell you about my recurring dream? And it's so bizarre. And I feel like if that's the way I go, then that's the way I go. It's not happened recently, but it happened like back to back in a couple of years where I'm at sea, and sea meaning I'm off the coast, like Bombay coast. And I am always faced with a tsunami. And I managed to, and in each of these dreams, I managed to get past the first wave, right? Because like I either go through the wave before it breaks, or I manage to hit shore and climb a tree
Went through a
to
tsunami.
only turn around to see a second bigger wave coming at me. And that's where the dream ends every time.
Oh shit.
So,
So
I don't know.
the tsunami
I'll
waves
talk
are the
to-
live streams.
But then Cyril turns around and says that it's happening after 2 weeks.
I can see Suresh and Hoezaay on the second wave coming.
Arey, I missed that. Phoenixa from Dubai says this is towards Cyril Ka Swayamvar. Thank you so much. Hopefully, the more people who message about it. See, look at that. He's already flexing the hair and all, trying to lure the women in.
No, I'm going. मैं निकल रहा है इससे.
Hey,
मेरा
good news,
मजा
good
उड़ा रहा है तुम.
At
What
last.
good news? Suresh, you got good
What?
news? Arey,
Hey, यार,
popcorn is
popcorn.
here.
Hey, how do you get these things? मतलब कैसे आते हो उधर?
Brought to you by
Oh,
Act 2
man.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Jadoo. I think if you turn the camera, there's a whole like chef's table with some guys making like popcorn and juice. Yeah, I'm gonna get a glass of
Live
juice.
counter.
Hoezaay,
Tandoori
whenever
roti
you're
and all.
comfortable, you can bring in the next caller.
I've already started working. Suresh, my God, ekdam katak. Killing it.
Arey, that's that haldi pani that I'm
Haldi
actually-
pani.
Yeah.
Healthy pani.
Healthy pani. Haldi pani. क्या
तन्मय
बात है,
आते
Cyril?
तुम्ही आलो तन्मय कशा आहेस तुम्ही?
Tanmay,
Hi
how are you
guys.
doing,
Hi
Tanmay?
Tanmay, how are you? buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
चल रहा है अभी.
Yeah,
थोड़ा
all
वो
right. It's kind of
Left
late
पैर में
here.
दर्द हो रहा है, but we'll
Yeah,
tell
yeah. थोड़ा pain आ रहा है, लेकिन चलेगा.
you. Anyway, welcome to the stream, buddy. Do you have a
Thank
ghost
you,
story
thank you.
for us?
Yes. It's kind of a ghost story. And I'll stick to Hindi English because I'll just keep switching.
ठीक है, जिसमें भी आप comfortable हो आप कर लो.
Suresh sir is there.
Yeah. Suresh is multilingual.
Until you be legend.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
of
sir.
course.
Stage is all
multilingual
yours.
Quad
Right now,
bilingual.
you can eating popcorn.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yes. Thank you so much. So this story is actually my girlfriend's story. And to give a small background, like she has told me, and she can experience ghosts and at times see them. She cannot interact with them, but she has that sixth sense of a sort where she can hear them or like feel them around. So and this thing amplifies near the New Year's most of the times, where and it's not the alcohol and nor it's any sorts of substance, that I can assure. So it's so it just amplifies, and she gets massive headaches and migraines at times. She gets sick if she experiences this. So it takes a toll on her body. So this is from her college, from her MBA times. So this was in Pune. And it was a normal day, like she had her classes, and after dinner, she was just taking a stroll around the campus with her friend. And she sees that a tree was being cut down for new construction, that happens in many colleges. So that happens. She's taking a stroll around the campus, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, she sees a face right near her face. And the face is all dripping with pus. There were cuts, and she just tells her friend to just turn around, don't look back, and start walking. And she has a nosebleed. And since this has happened with her before, like she experiences ghosts from childhood, there was this locket which was given to her by one of the pandits. And that breaks. The string of that locket breaks. And she realizes that, okay, this was something very dangerous. And she just walks back. And she starts bleeding, and she just calls me up, and this has happened. I was like, okay, are you fine? And that's one instant. And second is when her siblings travel to Gangtok. And they are traveling. They went to a place where it's a ruin, and she just hears someone speaking to her that अपने भाई को चुप करा दे, वरना हम इसे मार देंगे. So yeah, these were two. So she just tells her brother to just shut up, make sure don't fuck around over here, and we just go. So these are the two instances which just gives me a bit of goosebumps. And yeah, there's no reason for her to lie to me, right? So
tell me something. So like, if she says you need to keep your distance from me, then that's a different conversation. But that's freaky, man. I mean, wow. And has she ever told you, like, when you like, if you're like hanging with her, that there's someone behind you? Or...
Yes, that has happened. Mainly we were studying in Pune, so for like for a weekend trip or something, we would go to say Alibag or places nearby. So while traveling, she would always tell me like, okay, I can see someone sitting here, there, especially on the road. And yeah, that's freaky, and mainly near the Alibag ones, because we have been there multiple times, and yeah, there's something there. I don't know what. And of course, on the stream as well, we have heard many stories from that place.
You definitely win Boyfriend of the Year award. None of us would be as strong as you. We're all very weak.
Yeah.
I would have made up a story saying my family is not into this. We can't be together anymore.
Yeah.
Bro,
I think once, if any of these guys' wives even sneeze in the middle of the night, it'll be like, no, that's too much. They can't deal with it. So it's a lot.
Hey, get us into trouble like this. Anyway, thank you, Tanmay. Great story.
Thank you so much. And big fan, guys. I have messaged Suresh sir and Cyril They have replied. I've never messaged Hoezaay because because I'm like, he might not reply to me.
Yeah,
But
he doesn't reply to us even.
He
Tanmay,
also,
so,
Tanmay,
yeah.
he has got
Stop this
more than a
Instagram
million
nonsense.
followers. How
Shut
difficult it is.
I do not have a million followers on Instagram.
I mean, come on,
It's very
Hoezaay.
difficult.
And I thought we were
But-
friends. At least reply to me.
No.
But yeah, Hoezaay is by far one of the funniest guys on internet. Man.
That's
Come
well,
Once
on.
again,
okay.
my
But
wife.
I'll
is trying
reply to you
take my
now. May I
popcorn.
reply?
It's a part of the stream.
Please say
We
hi
can't-
to her. Hey, thoda sharing to karna. Suresh is living with a ghost. Turns out his wife has gone home. There's
Yeah.
just a hand. He thinks it's his wife. Anyway, Tanmay, take care, buddy. Thanks for sharing
Dude,
with us.
very
Thank you
freaky. Thank you so much,
guys.
Tanmay.
Have
And,
a lovely evening.
10
Thank you.
points for being so brave.
Can you guys stop
Yeah.
replying to people on Instagram? Every time people complain saying, "Oh, ye reply nahi karte, Cyril or Hoezaay
Hold on
ko
one second.
pura
I don't
Hoezaay
reply.
करके edit
I don't
कीजिए."
reply. I've outsourced it to Suresh sir. He has got a company now who does this.
But-
See, look,
But Hoezaay, it's a fact now. You have got 350, nearly a million followers on Insta also.
he went
No,
from
sir. He bought the
350
other
to million.
package, sir. The other package he got. Yeah.
Mathematics.
The package we brought now, Suresh, the followers increase slowly over time to make it realistic.
मेरा इसमें 25,000 पे कितना है?
No,
25,000 भी हुआ नहीं है.
But
And
more.
in hindsight, they don't reply to me. I'm sending them messages saying, "Hi, I'm Cyril. Can you please watch my YouTube?"
Like, isn't this guy from the stream? Why is he messaging me? No, but more often than not, Instagram DMs get a little weird after a little while. So I've tried not to.
I apologized about
Not
this
you,
again.
Cyril.
Sakshi Jharbade
Yeah,
said that her
Suresh ji,
name is Black Magic.
Suresh ji,
The
आपका
stream.
सैंपल आ गया अभी थोड़ा लेकिन थोड़ा सा क्लाउडी है ज्यादा
This
क्लाउडी
looks weird. क्या sample है पता नहीं.
Did he refast it to you from his house?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
ज्यादा विटामिन सी हो रहे तेरे
Man, crazy stuff. All right, guys, please don't forget to hit like. We're an hour 40 minutes into the stream. Most important, I think, even if you don't hit like on these streams and all, some of the work that has gone into the artwork and all, every time I think it can't get better, these people take it to another level every single time, man. And the artwork in the Discord, especially the fan art channel on there, man, it just keeps getting better and better. Please go to the description of this video, send love to these people. They just did it. No one asked them to. They just did it because they felt like, for the love of it. So please, big round of applause, guys. I think, come here. A group kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, group hug. Sorry.
oh
Group kiss. nahi rehne do.
Oh, yeah. Very, thank you, Ketki.
Came
for
out
sorry
inviting-
Sunday
I just want to say thank you, Ketki, so much. And I will take care of myself. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, that's the most important thing. Ye stream में सब बाढ़ में जाने दो. Hey, we can
Hey,
blame
बोला
the
था मैं
whenever-
सुरेश को बोला अभी
whenever
यार।
we're not doing this stream, we can blame it on Suresh and say Suresh was just chilling. उसका कुछ था तो हमने.
correct
Don't use my health as a reason because I've gone in worse circumstances. I've been found.
Yeah, but Suresh, I can't keep saying my grandmother died. She's died like 6 times this year only.
What?
I'm just
you done strong yeah your grandmother I must say
Anyway, let's keep going. So yeah, please, if you have a moment, go into the description, send some love to the people making thumbnail artwork and intros and stuff. Apna Nina, the Peshabi Bhalu, all the crazy people on the Discord server are big hi to our mods also. Thank you guys, mods and admins. Rogyu, away. Rogyu, away. See the personal service where I just say your names. Good evening, ma'am. कैसे हैं आप?
Hey, मैं बहुत अच्छी हूँ. आप कैसे हो?
Bye, Lagu, ma'am. कैसे हैं
Sri
आप?
Ram Lagu.
Immediately we are like, we are going to be
Yeah.
well behaved and all.
Yeah, yeah.
कैसे हैं आप?
No, you are not that well behaved. Let me tell you.
Yes,
yes ma'am 100%
Pakade
Hoezaay
gaye.
tries to lie to people all the time
Anyway.
well, in this world where we are so well connected, and I don't know. Fortunately, unfortunately, we know everything. Everyone is very transparent. So.
बाप रे,
Right.
मेरे को डर लग रहा है ये कैसा कॉल है
नहीं, अभी तो शुरू भी नहीं किया. आपको डर कैसे लगा? आपको बात करना बाकी है.
All right, go for it. You have a
Okay,
ghost
so-
story for us? Take it away.
Yeah, what do you think I'm here for? You
yeah
know?
I know
So-
Hoezaay I mean come on really
So I was just introduced to this entire wonderful, thrilling thing by my son, and
Oh,
he
unfortunate.
insisted that I should go live today with you guys. He's a fan, and he keeps watching you guys. And then in the morning he said, "Mama, I couldn't sleep because I watched the entire."
oh no
Arey,
oh, no
Confiscate his phone, ma'am.
I hope
Okay,
your story is not
so-
really scary otherwise he's not going to
so-
sleep then tonight
Yeah.
Oh, he knows. I think he's heard them a couple of times or more than that. So
Oh,
he
lovely.
Oh,
knows
great.
it
Go
now.
for it. Go for it.
So Yeah, so I'm basically from Mumbai, and so Vileparle, I'm sure you guys know about this suburb in Mumbai. And so there's this new block that was constructed in my gully, in my lane. And suddenly, because the rates were so expensive that only the diamond merchants could afford to buy apartments in that
Okay.
This
locality.
is East
I'm talking
Villepalli
about
East.
Vilepalli West, near the
West.
Juhu
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah. So we had these recently shifted, very, very filthy rich guys with families who shifted, but they're quite conservative people, you know. I mean, no schooling and stuff like that. Now, what happens is that we become very pally because they're very good natured people and all that. So this particular family, and I got very attached with them. Suddenly there's this screaming, you know, noises coming in the middle of the night, and then we rushed to their place. It's just on the second floor, and we were on the first floor. And we rushed to their place, and we see this young man. I mean, you know, the married man who's about 45 years old, 45 kgs of weight. He had vomited blood, and so much so that this entire the living room is full of blood.
Oh, wow.
You know, and just after a couple of minutes, he's like back to normal, sitting, and then he says, come, Vishaka, let's have a cup of tea. You know, so he doesn't even realize what had happened to him. Now, I also got to know that the entire family was victimized. So there's this thing that they, you know, the hoodoo thing or the black magic thing. And because these guys are very, very rich, you know, I can't even state how rich they were. So probably there were too many things going on in their lives. There's envy and there's jealousy and there's enmity. And so they believe, like they are believers, but also very conservative believers, I'd say. There's this temple in Gujarat. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, which is a Hanumanji temple, which is specially known, you know, worldwide, world across, for these treatments that they do to you because you are afflicted or you are victimized by black magic or hoodoos and stuff like that. So you actually have to call your case there. It's like you are entering a dispensary or a clinic and you're kind of they call out your name seriously, you know. So it's like Vishakha's turn, and then Vishakha has to really land up there. And then you sit in front of the idol, Hanumanji's idol, and then there's this priest, the main priest of the temple is sitting right there. And then he says the mantras and he throws water on the sanctified water. And then, you know, what happens is the I don't know what you actually call it. I don't know the terminology, but the person who's actually willing to do that harm to you comes out from you. And I have seen this, you know, this is not a story. Believe me, guys, I was very young that time, but I saw all of this entire 6 people of this household. They were victimized. And then the water is thrown on them. They kind of start shouting and they start jumping from the ceiling to the floor. And this man, again of 45 kgs, doesn't have even strength to walk straight. He gets the strength of, you know, holding the iron bars that are, they actually cordon the entire area with iron bars because that's how they have to keep it. It's so creepy, you know, they can jump on you because they are not aware of what is happening to them. And then they hold the iron bars in their hands and they try to pull apart, and they can actually do that. Believe me, I've seen that. And once they're out of the temple, they are just back to normal. And then they sit in the guest house. They're supposed to stay in the temple for more than 15 days because that's the way the treatment has to proceed, you know.
Right.
And then they lit a campfire. They light a campfire in the middle of the night, and then they laugh on each other's, you know, all these evil things that happen.
Like it's a regular day.
And it's a regular day for them. Yes. But then, you know, the way I have seen those individuals, I mean, it's not humanly possible. Believe me, going through that excruciating pain. And, you know, I could see the veins of that man. And I thought that they're going to burst open in front of me. This has happened right in front of me. Okay. The funny part, or I don't know, whatever you feel about it, what happened with me was that I caught fever because I witnessed all this. All right. And then because I couldn't sleep the entire night, the neighbor, the young man, I was quite, you know, I was probably in the first year of college that time. And he says that, "Acha, tujhe bhi bhoot lag gaya hai. Tu yahan pe rahi, hamare saath, tere saath bhi aisa hi kuch hua hai." So next day, mera bhi case nikalta hai aur main bhi wahan pe jaake बैठती हूँ. And the priest then throws the water on me and says, "Bol, what is your name?" You know, so that's all in Gujarati basically. And then, मतलब मैं बची थी, मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ था, but hell, if I would have spoken something else, they wouldn't have let me go out of the temple for another 15
So nobody came out from.
But guys, No, not
Thank
yet.
God.
Not
No,
yet.
no.
Yeah.
But believe me, this is really creepy, and I can't really explain this. And I go to this temple once in a month every day for other reasons. Well, but this thing still prevails. This thing still prevails. And then they actually also tell you where you have to go and dig the kind of, you dig soil, and then you get those black dolls from under the earth, which are actually also have your name on it and stuff like that. So guys,
Oh.
this is real.
Wow.
How much ever we
That
laugh
is-
it out or whatever we feel about it, but I've
No,
seen people really going.
experiencing
No, we
that
don't.
can be quite unnerving.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Cyrus Saukar would have said,
Unnerving.
there's this.
I'm telling
Wow.
you, I can never forget it. I still meet those guys, and I'm not in
I was
Mumbai
going to
anymore.
ask you, are they still
I-
your neighbors, or have you moved away
They
from
are.
them?
They are very much. They're very much, because my folks are still in Mumbai. I'm in
Okay.
Gujarat, but they're still
Okay.
my neighbors, and they all are out of it because probably things happened and years passed, but they still believe in all this, yeah. And
Yeah.
and now, because I have become a believer, we go there every month, as I said, one Saturday in every month. We have to go there religiously. I still see things happening and people in pain and people, going through
My
so
goodness.
much. And then
Oh.
finally also feeling relieved out of all of this.
Vishaka,
So,
can I ask you, where is this temple?
Creepy.
this is in Sarangpur.
Salanpur.
It's close to Ahmedabad.
Ahmedabad.
Saranpur.
Okay. Is a
Yeah.
Panchmukhi Hanuman.
My mom
No,
has
no, this
also
is,
told me
uh,
similar
Kashtaban.
stories. Sorry.
Kashtabhanjan Hanuman.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, wow.
Sorry,
Thank
Hoezaay,
you.
were
Guys,
saying-
So, man.
No, I'm saying my mom has
Well,
also told me similar stories. I mean,
Yeah,
मैंने
but
आंखों
so-
से तो नहीं देखा, but
I mean, seriously, how people want to destroy other people's life by doing all these things there,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And then you actually eventually also come to know who did this to you. So that is the worst thing of all,
I think-
because you believe that he's still my friend, but you never know what he did behind your back.
I think मैं अनिल कपूर के घर के बंगलों के बाहर जाके खोद के देखता हूँ मेरा कुछ किया होगा उसने.
Neil Kapoor, yes.
how
Kapoor.
random Anil Kapoor.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because I
ma'am,
worked with him that time.
Ma'am, thank you so much for being on our stream. Great
Thank you.
storytelling. It was really great.
Thank
And
you,
thank you for putting Hoezaay in his place, by the way. I think that was.
Hey, he's been
that's
on a stream, no?
Please, please do your studies and all. We are
Yeah,
very good
please.
people
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
and हम लोग.
Focus
सर
studies.
नहीं मेरा खुद का म्यूजिक स्टार्टअप है. आई एम नॉट अ स्टूडेंट एनीमोर.
ठीक है, फिर तो करो जो करने का तुम्हारा लाइफ के साथ, मतलब within limits.
अच्छा करो.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Take care, guys.
Out, Jay.
Bye bye.
Out,
Thank
Jay.
you so
Out,
much.
Jay.
Lots of
Thank
love.
you. You guys have a lot of fun and
Thank
stay
you.
safe and
Thank
think of
you.
good
We'll
things.
try.
Whatever you're trying to spread, it's fun, it's thrilling, it's exciting. But at the end of the day, I wish well for all you guys,
Oh.
and
Thank you so much. for
I
all
thought
the
you were
love.
going. I
Thank
thought you were going to end
Thank
with. I hope भूत आप लोगों को ही ना पकड़े. So I was like, अरे क्या
Nah,
बोला?
nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Bye bye.
बोलना चाहता मैं.
Thank you.
Bye. Take
Okay.
care.
Thank
Bye.
you so
Bye.
much.
Thank
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
We saw Suresh, he threw in some Gujarati right
Yeah,
there. I saw
Nice.
डाल दिया तूने सीधा.
He quickly
married to
asked his
Guju.
wife, "Can you tell me जल्दी से बताओ क्या बोलना है?"
Wife ने popcorn भी लेके गया.
She wrote it on
Sorry.
a paper and said, "Just say this fast." Anyway, that was great.
But
great
Hoezaay
call.
तो yeah,
But so annoying.
got annoying on him
What?
in the beginning of the call.
What do you want me to do? Crazy call that was.
No way I could have called her auntie or something like that. Yeah. Like
No,
you
no,
guys are daring.
I love
No
the
way.
fact that she had a very precise, like she reminded me of like a principal or school teacher, is very precise about. But I don't know if you'll recall because we've done so many of these streams now, but a lot of people have talked about stories like that. And for me, the freaky thing is just experiencing it more than anything, right? This experience of seeing people go through something like that.
You've seen that?
I will talk.
Okay.
Arey, network
It's
mein
happened
gadbad.
with me.
Yeah.
Industry में a lot of black magic goes on. And why do you think I'm not a hero?
When we were younger, I was saying my mom has told us stories like this from Goa कि ये घर में ऐसा हुआ था, same चीज. उधर सब लोग गए. अरे internet connection is unstable. If anybody in my house is using the internet, please stop. I don't know. They're probably watching this stream. God knows. Let's keep going. You guys see yourselves? I'm like, hey, the stream's going on, and so
No, I'm like, I mean, hey, it's 11:25 in the night.
oh, what time is it?
11:25.
This time check brought to you by BMW cars, who are not
Oh,
sponsoring
nice,
us.
nice.
Rubbish. Anyway, let's keep going.
Let's start with that.
Almost hitting the 2-hour mark. I'm amazed that we survived this far. And if you have survived the stream this far, great job. Well done. I don't know how you did it. Since you have, if you have a little bit of energy left, just hit the like button, please. I mean, please hit the like button just.
Yeah. And if you survive, can you please give me, Suresh and Hoezaay, advice on how to
escape these streams? All right. Rohan Taude staring at us, very upset.
Yeah, he's like this. He's like, I'll just stare at them.
Rohan,
are you there?
तुम्हें आया इसका? Suresh, if you can just munch the popcorn a little closer to the mic, we add ASMR value to the stream also.
Sorry,
no,
quite rude.
No, I'm serious. I'm not joking, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
Suresh, ये stream पे कुछ भी चलेगा. Come on, यार. You guys are feeling bad about eating. The craziest thing is seeing Suresh, मतलब very. ऐसा एक popcorn. Who eats one popcorn at a time? Only crazy people eat one at a time. पूरा हाथ लेकर ऐसा खाना चाहिए.
Like especially when you grow up with siblings, you had this habit of making the food last. So supposing the three of us got one glucose biscuit each, so we are so evil. One of us used to bite it so slowly that the small piece is left behind and the other two are looking at him. Ek thoda dena.
No, but at least you were civilized. I had two brothers who, if you did that, they'd take it away from me. So you had to eat fast. Sorry,
one second. Cyril, you were just doing something like that, very sensual. Are you agreeing to Cyril ka Swayamvar? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not agreeing.
Just wanted to see.
Did not agree to any of this.
Rohan, are you there? Rohan,
one second. Let me consult.
Bye, Rohan.
This is what Hoezaay is saying. Okay.
Who the hell is
talking? It's talking to loneliness.
Wow.
Freaky.
That's why you're getting all the sympathy votes from the women. Talking to loneliness and all. My God.
I just said it the first time today. Now let's see what happens.
Maybe lonely, girls.
I'm not lonely. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
All right. Someone with a killer internet connection.
Either got a great bright light or he's in another country. What's up, Sachdeo? Dio.
Hey, I'm good, Cyril. How are you guys? Nice to finally get in here.
Good to have you.
I mean, it's 11:25, 27 now, but we'll survive.
Or
next morning in here. I'm joining from California, so it's like that's why I have good connection.
California knows how to party. Okay, now we know we reached that point where the stream is now going.
Yeah, dude. I mean, California and Andheri West are the same anyway. Correct.
Mahal. Thank you, bro.
Mahal, guys.
No, I'm originally from Mumbai, so I get that Andheri West wala reference. So, okay, let's jump into ghost story.
Yes. Please, sir.
This one actually happens in way back in my childhood. So even though I live in California, I was brought up in Mumbai. I was born in this small place called Solapur, which is like south of Pune. And this begins in my uncle ka house. So the way the story goes is that mera uncle ka house jo tha, which was like part of this row of houses. And at the back, we had like a very large backyard and had a very good front yard. So hum generally front yard mein khelte wagera the. And our parents, like my uncle, my aunt, so what they used to do was they used to tell us ki raat ko backyard mein jana nahi. Okay. No matter what happens, don't go after the evening in the backyard. And we didn't know, like, so what happened was I used to go there only in the summers क्योंकि मेरे मामा का house था. तो summer में जब हम वहाँ पे जाते थे, तो they used to tell us कि backyard में जाना नहीं, कुछ भी करो 7 PM के बाद. And at first I was very surprised, and I used to talk to my cousins कि यार माजरा क्या है? Okay, and they used to tell us कि 8 बजे सो जाना, don't even go to kitchen. So the way the house constructed was, सामने hall था, पीछे bedroom था, bedroom के बाजू में there was a kitchen, there was a small door just to open in the back. Okay. And they told us कि even bathroom जाने को भी हमें allow नहीं करते 7 PM के बाद. And I used to fight with my mom कि यार you want to play and all those things. And as I started sleeping there on the first day, I noticed कि रात को 12 बजे, like from 12 PM all the way up until the morning, our door that used to open up in the backyard used to have like loud bangs. So it's almost like somebody would come and bang the door very hardly, and you can hear it, like all of us used to hear it. And at first I thought this is some kind of an animal. Okay.
because the way it used to work was कि उसके backyard के पीछे there was very small open area जहाँ पे animals वगैरह आते रहते हैं. So we thought maybe somebody's jumping in, trying to bang that door. And we talked to our neighbors. कि basically चल क्या रहा है माशरा. And it continued. Like it started on the first day, then it got louder and louder. We noticed I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but in India they say that कि Amavas and Purnima के time पे ghosts are more active. Correct.
Yeah.
So we used to hear even louder bangs. We talked to our neighbors, we asked them, has it like happened to people who used to live here before? What is going on? So they told me that this thing is happening from like 10 years now. And even the people before you have noticed this. How come you didn't check with it when you leased this house? So हमें तो कुछ पता नहीं था. So we went to our landlord and asked him कि माजरा क्या है. He said that I have also heard about it. I tried investigating it, didn't hear anything. So the problem with this was that कि 12 बजे के बाद अगर आपका घर कोई बजाएगा, so you won't get a good sleep, right? So we all got very annoyed. So मेरी एक auntie, she was working in this computer institute nearby, and she was a very scientific person. She never used to believe in ghosts and all of those. And even though none of us went and tried to check, एक दिन she got very pissed. She's like, I don't care whatever this is, I'm gonna go find out. Okay. And one day night at 12 midnight, she went and opened the backyard door and took torch with her, put it around and said that, hey, whoever the heck you are, please come out and show yourself. So nobody was there, obviously, because she thought initially koi prank वगैरह कर रहा है. She went back inside and went to sleep, everything fine. That night, we didn't hear a single noise. Okay. Next day, as she went back to her institute, so the thing was that she used to come back at around 2 p.m. to eat lunch and everything, and then, again go back to an institute to teach her kids and everything. So as she came back home and as she was walking back towards her institute, she heard somebody coming near her ear and saying कि अगर तूने ये वापस कभी try किया, I won't let you live your life. Neither your family will be alive. And she claims that somebody left her and she felt like she's falling down. And there's a human thing, right? When you fall down, you fall down like this in normal manner, right? In her case, she felt like somebody just lifted her a little bit and threw her right down. And there were people sitting here. So generally, in the afternoon time, after people have like lunch and all, they sit around like small trees and talk to each other and all those things. Somebody saw her, lifted her, brought her back home, and asked her, "Ki kya hai majra?" To find it out. So we called then, and this like happened to her once. And after that, this was basically first incident. We had many such incidences. In one such incident, so generally just like I told you guys, मैं बोले आता था कि वो kitchen में जाना नहीं 7 PM के पास. So हम cooking वगैरह रात का dinner वगैरह पहले ही prepare करके रखते थे. We'll keep it in hall, eat it in hall. Never go that side of house. And once my grandma, what she did was कि उसको याद नहीं रहा या फिर some other thing, she tried cooking in that kitchen and she saw a silhouette, like basically a face appearing on the window of the kitchen at night time. And she got very freaked out because she didn't know what is going on here. And then we investigated. We basically asked that owner, ki, again, like, can you explain like what exactly has happened? We used to live here. So it told me ki once there was this guy जो वहाँ पे रहता था, college student. Apparently, like his failed or exam or something, and he burnt himself in that backyard and knocked for help on the backyard door, and nobody came and helped him. So basically, whatever knocks you're hearing is that spirit trying to call for an help, and it's just trapped in time.
So Majra ye tha. Oh my God, bro! Wow, scary
Yeah,
story.
Oh, that is pretty scary, man. It's sad as well.
Yeah.
And it's funny because this happened to me when I was just like 7-8 years old, and all of us experienced it. And it has still freaked me out, by the way. Even now, I live right now in an apartment in California, and I always make sure that mera patio ka door closed hai, and nothing is happening around it.
Wow, bro! You've also invented a new genre called Ghost Stories ASMR. You should start a YouTube channel where you tell ghost stories, just exactly like this. Majra kya hai, bro? Amazing, damn good. Very good. Now you're getting 9 on 10s and stuff, 16 on 10.
Yeah.
Many people are not going to sleep tonight, and they'll also be thinking ki Majra kya hai. Khatam ho gaya sab.
I wanted to add like one small point in here. So I always used to think about ghost stories, and then after this like happened to me in childhood, kind of haunted me. एंड मैं ghost stories वगैरह का ये सब जो paranormal activity वगैरह जो आता है ghost adventures वगैरह, I started watching it and I thought कि can we like try to use science to try to understand the ghosts, and I came to US to do masters in electrical engineering. I studied signal processing, you know, voice processing and all those things, and yeah, one day I hope I'll have like a startup right now in Silicon Valley.
That'd be fantastic, man. I hope you
Wild.
do. What's
that's
this
so
movie
much.
called White Signalling, by the way? It'll give you a couple of thoughts on exactly that. Anyway,
Yeah,
but
hopefully
fantastic.
Crazy,
one
man.
day.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
about science and trying to understand spiritual and connecting
Thank
with
you,
them.
Sachdeo. Have
Thank
a
you so
good
much,
one.
Sachdeo.
Thank you
Bye,
very
bro.
much,
Bye.
guys. Have a great
Yeah.
day. Take care.
Wow. So Suresh,
Sachdeo,
this is what Nana Patekar sounded like when he was younger.
Oh,
And बाद में after it gets crazy.
baby Nana
अबे क्या
Patekar.
बोला?
Baby
क्या
Nana
चल
Pat-
रहा है?
Wild
लेकिन
scene.
wild
What a
scene,
creepy
yeah.
story, bro.
Yeah.
Backyards of गांव के घर में always it has been an issue, ना? I told you about हम लोग जो केरला जाते थे vacation के लिए. In our backyard, the loos were always outside the house those days.
Yeah, you made fun of my Goa loose story and now you're telling us कि तुम लोग के
No,
भी
I
उधर
never.
होता था.
तू
ठीक है
तेरा
सुरेश.
तो I never made fun of loose stories, never.
I think that's
As a
in one.
Lenduk man, I
It's
would
in one
never
of the
make fun of
Kanmasti
loose.
episodes, and I was listening to it while I was checking it, and while I'm telling the story, you're just mocking me, going, "Yeah." It is very funny actually. मजा आ गया. Anyway, wow, that was really creepy, bro. And wouldn't you first put cameras all over there, ना सीधा उधर जाके पूछने का कि कौन है किधर है and all. ऐसा कैसा. Okay, listen, Riya Gupta. Well, I'm looking for a Riya Gupta, but there's no Riya Gupta on the Zoom. Are you called something else by any chance? Are you using a family member's Zoom account? Please tell us. You don't need a super chat that. You can just
It's kind
slide
of
it in
too
the
late
chat.
now that you put that name out.
Yeah, now everybody calls themselves Riya Gupta. Anyway, but what if she has a different family member's name? Then she can sort of use that. But
That
anyway,
is true.
oof, man, that story. This is one of those stories that I'll be thinking about later.
Really?
Wouldn't you want to see what is in front of the door when the banging is happening? You could have
Yeah.
done something, na? Kudhar camera lagane ka.
Put cameras
California
in
se leke
and,
aane
and,
ka.
and if you get a recording, then you put it on YouTube and become popular that way. So-
Till date, we've not got anything on camera, so I'm just saying. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, sir. Yes, it's a little closer to the mic, Suresh. Hey,
The time is
Suresh
11:37.
Suresh and Sachdeo doing a ASMR channel. He's
Yeah.
telling the story and Suresh is just adding like. गिर गया. Suresh,
बचा.
he's playing cricket with the popcorn, throwing
Yeah.
it into his mouth and all.
But then what is ASMR?
A for apple. S.
For Suresh. M
Suresh.
for
Just
Menon.
Google it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm moving on.
Yeah. ASMR channel. And
कुछ भी
ultimately
बोलते हैं यार ये तो
ASMR.
What happened?
एक ASMR.
it's autonomous sensory meridian response. I googled it.
Oh.
Yes. It's like
It's like what?
they use it for when people are. Some people they just sit and scratch the microphone and लोगों
Yeah.
को वो अच्छा
Hey, but
लगता है.
I just on the hello.
Hi
Is that-
guys, can you hear me?
Hi, Hukku. Hi, we
yeah,
can hear you.
but we can't see you.
Yeah. I'll be just switching it on.
Yeah.
No
But
problem.
just quickly
Malish.
before we go on to the next thing, in regards to him trying to do this research, you should watch this movie called White Noise.
Yeah, we
White
heard
noise.
you a little while earlier.
Yeah, it's really good. It's about connecting with the spirits, and this guy tries to connect with his lost
I've seen White
wife.
Noise. It's damn good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It
I'll
was in
watch it
theaters
tonight.
at the time when it happened, na?
Yeah, I think I'll
I
watch a nice
remember.
horror movie today.
Great
Yeah.
film. Really good film. But anyway, I don't want to say any more in case people want to watch it. Just watch it. Saran? Meghana,
Yes?
sab theek hai?
Saran.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to connect my ports. So just one second.
No
No
problem.
problem. No
Pura
problem.
hota hai,
No problem.
hota hai.
I'll just go wash this glass and come back.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Sorry.
No,
एक
मैं
मिनट,
तेरा
I-
बात
I-
नहीं
मैं
समझ
close
रहा
and
था.
come back. मैं जब
Yeah,
कपड़ा iron करके आता हूँ.
Actually, I didn't expect to the usual thing. Like I didn't expect to join. So
हीर पता है ऐसा कोई नहीं. Any estimate you give us? Let us know. 5
Yeah,
minutes.
hi,
अरे
hi.
हाय कैसे यार?
yeah,
आपका भी
I'm
कर्टन
good.
बहुत अच्छा है.
Thank you. I actually don't watch the stream when it's coming live because I don't want to get scared already when if I get into the stream.
I
So
don't watch it after when it's not live also. मतलब क्या है
I
ये?
watch it
Anyway,
later on, like the next day or something.
no sweat. Go
So
for it.
okay, I'll quickly tell it before the pun will train others. So I have like I'll tell three things before I start the story. So first thing is like I live in an area where it's like close to the national highway. So my house is literally on the national highway. So it's like pretty usual thing that accidents occur here and everything. And second thing is like I have a dog which is a German Shepherd and he's very clingy and he follows me everywhere. And like that's kind of important to the story.
Okay.
And
Where is he? Where
Is he
right now?
around
He's
you
there?
right now?
Would love to meet him.
no, right now he's sleeping in his cage.
Oh,
He's not
my
here.
lord.
He's like
Okay, fine.
सोने का time पे मेरे को नहीं चाहिए प्यार
Yeah.
करो जो
He's
करना है.
watching the
he
stream
just
quietly.
goes
Yeah, you
away.
never
But
know.
when he's awake, he's like around me. So
So
and the third
cute.
thing is like we have a front open place and a back door, and both of them are connected by a small corridor. And yeah, it's kind of important. I know.
Okay.
So you can see the backyard from the front area. So I'll jump in the story. So basically, me and my friend, we both were preparing for this competitive exam, and we both decided because we both are very much productive in the morning time. So we decided that we'll wake up in the morning, like around 4 or 4:30, and we'll work out a little bit and we'll start studying. So my room is like closer to the back door. So what I usually do is I like take my yoga mat and everything. I go out, and my dog is usually there playing or something. And I'll be on call with my friend, like I'll be waking her up or something, and I usually work out and I come back and take my books and go back outside to sit and study again. So because this is like morning 4 or 4:30, it's usually like quite dark, and the backside of my house is like pretty much filled with trees and it's like very dark during that time. So one day we were like, and yeah, so we were like basically I woke up and I called her and I was talking to her and I went through this corridor to the front of the house. And while talking to her, I just turned to the back side of the house and I just saw the silhouette of a person. He's like very tall and he was wearing this like coat which is like which comes near to the like the face, right? It's like completely like and he was wearing this big hat and it was completely a silhouette. I couldn't see the face or anything, just like a silhouette. And I just saw it for a split second or two, and when I turned back to see it, and it's gone. So I thought because we live in as I told you, national highway, the vehicles are always like going around. So I thought maybe it's just a play of lights, like some reflections happening, and that's what happened. So then I just didn't give it. I just ignored that thing, and I moved on. So later on, I cut the call. I worked out, and I thought I'll go back to my room and get my books. And the only door open was the back door, and the only way I can go was through the corridor. So as I told you, my dog is very clingy, and I thought he's going to follow me. I didn't really give it much thought because he's always following me, so I didn't give it much thought. So I just told him like, let's go, and I started walking through the corridor. And it was pitch dark, and by the time I reached the end of the corridor, I see my dog is still in the front, like at the start of the corridor, and he's not coming like through it. So I was like, that time I was like literally, okay, shit, something happened. So I went back and I tried to catch him by the collar and try to pull him like try to take him with me, and he was resisting so bad that he literally he tried to release himself from my grasp and he literally ran away from there. So I was like, okay, this is not normal. So I came back to the area where I was sitting before, and I called up my friend. I was like, dude, this shit happened, and till that time I forgot about the silhouette thing, and now it's back in my mind, and so like what is happening and everything. So my dog was pretty normal after that. He was like playing around in that open area and everything. But when I'm trying to take him to the corridor and trying to ask, trying to bring him in there, he's like not coming at all, not at all. Like he was very much resisting. So anyway, so then I was like, fine, let's go back and sit there. And I thought what to do and everything. Then suddenly my dog, he started, well, he was playing with his toy and like after that he saw this, I don't know, he tilted his head in an angle. He went to the staircase which was leading up to the terrace, and it was the top of the staircase was dark. And he went there, he stood there, and he tilted his head in an angle, like how the dogs do it, like they'll just tilt it, like, yeah. So he did that, and he was just staring there. And I was like calling him out, like, what are you doing? Just come here. And after like a minute or two, he ran up. He literally ran up to the darkness, and he didn't come after like some 5 minutes or something. Later on, he came back, and again he was playing. I was like, okay, this is being too much. Then I called up my dad. He was sleeping inside the house. So I was like, please come and open the door. My dad's like, why are you out of, like, at this time? Where did you go and all? So I was like, no, nothing. I just come and, like, open the door. So I went inside, I slept, and I got up, and the next day morning it was quite normal. Nothing happened. So that day evening, I told you, right, my dog was playing with this toy. So he usually, what he does is, like, he has this place where he hides all his toys on the terrace. So I thought I'll go up and get it down for him to play that evening. And I went up, I took the toy, and I thought I'll throw it down so that my dog was with me. As I said, he's a clingy dog. He follows me everywhere. So I took the ball and I threw it down the staircase so that he'll like chase it. He didn't come, and he was sniffing something. He was in his own world. He didn't come. And I saw the ball go down the staircase and stop at one corner of like the landing, and it stopped there. I saw the ball there, and I thought I'll go back and get my dog and come back. And by the time I took my dog and came there, the ball was at the top of the staircase, right where I was standing before. So I don't have an explanation for this why, but it was right. And I'm pretty sure, 100% sure, no one else came up to the terrace, and I'm 100% sure the ball went down. So after this, like after that, for a few months, nothing happened. Then after that, Sushant Singh Rajput, he passed away, right? So during that time, this guy Huff Paranormal, he made a video of Sushant Singh Rajput, tried to connect him with the spirit and everything. It was a big news that time. So I watched that video, and I was telling my cousin, like, we both were watching, and I was like, okay, let's not go deep into it, or else I'm gonna wake up like 3 to 4 in the night. I'm gonna be awake. So that day, without any intention, I put that message at 2:55 in the afternoon, and exactly at the night 2:55, I was awake. I don't know why, but I was awake. So I called him up, and I was talking to him, and randomly, during the like conversation, I slept off. After this, my dog, he came up to he usually sleep, in the evenings, he spends his time in my room. And he randomly one day he started barking to one corner of my room, like randomly to one corner. There's nothing in that corner. There's a pretty empty corner with nothing. And he just went there, and he just started barking like there's some intruder over there, and there's no window or a door over there, but he just started barking. And I was like shit scared that time. And I was like, I tried to calm him down, and after that, he just went and he sat down. But again, later on, when I tried to provoke him, actually try to show him that place and ask him to, like, dude, what's this? And he's like, he didn't even care. But again, this happened for a few days, like randomly, like he just goes, like, I tried to provoke him multiple times, but he didn't. But randomly he starts shouting at that corner, like it's not even like some demand. Like the dogs, they have this more, like, different tones. Like when they want something, they're in a different tone. When they're like attacking, they're in a different. So he's completely in an attacking mode, and he's completely like as if some stranger entered the room. And it was like shit scary that time. And I just have to add this few tidbits, like not exactly tidbits, but yeah. So the wall he shouts, right? Attached to that wall is like the study table. And I have this clock like on the study table I used to have. So that thing doesn't work when I put it when it's on the table, like attached to the wall. If I'm taking it in the hand, it does work, but it doesn't never work on the table. And there's a wall clock also which never works. And I changed the batteries, I changed the clocks, everything was brand new. How many ever times I try, it just works for like maybe half an hour, 1 hour. After that, it stops. It never ever works. So then I try to put a succulent. Succulent doesn't even need some light or anything. Even the plant died, and the indoor plant also died. So I don't even know what is the explanation behind all this. So sometimes I get this weird vibe when I get into my room, and I don't know, it's that eerie feeling like I get. So once I read it that if you just tell that whatever you're feeling, just tell that thing, just leave it alone very gently. So they just like I don't know, I saw it in some video. So I thought I'll try that. So then the ones when my dog was shouting at that corner, I just told randomly into the air, "Ki, just leave my dog alone, please." So after that, never it happened again. I don't know if I did it, if anything worked that way or not, but yeah.
Oh boy, I don't know where to start with that
Wow.
story even. That's
Yeah.
really freaky, but
That was really creepy. Very Panvel, but very creepy also. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
made
I
up for
was
it. You made up for it. Don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
worry.
you got it. The
Good
train
story.
came back every time, but wow, that was pretty freaky. And I mean, first of all, there's lots of love to your dog. I think
Yeah,
this
love
is
to your
there's a
dog.
whole
name?
different. Yeah, what's his name?
He
Dog.
has a very traditional name, Bhairav.
Oh wow. What is Lala?
Gairav.
Bhairav.
It's so
How
cute.
My mom named
So
him.
cute. Yeah, I love it.
Cyril,
I'm a big. I
Cyril
love
कान में घासलेट
Alsatians.
डालो. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing that
Mm.
with us. I hope you guys are doing okay. Saran, everything sab
Yeah,
theek hai
yeah,
na?
yeah. Thing is, oh, the last final part, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No worries.
There is this random marble which entered our home. I don't even know how it came. It randomly started bouncing in our house. I don't know. No one knows in my family. I tried asking everyone, even the people who work for us and everything. No one knows. But this thing randomly started bouncing from the ceiling in middle of the house. It's not even like out, like near to the
Another window or
compound
anything,
wall or
nothing like
anything.
that.
No, it's nothing like it. Randomly in the middle of the house, it started bouncing, and there was one thing
Okay.
which came into the house.
Hey, would have been
So, yeah.
useful during Squid Game if anybody has watched.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
wow, I don't know what to
But I
say.
only
That's-
have one.
yeah, even that guy. Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah, but at
thank
least
you,
you know,
Saran.
look at it this way: you're getting free gifts apparently from random marbles.
Possible.
Come.
No, no.
But
But
one
you
time
guys
I
are.
got logged in
But you
my
guys are good
bathroom,
now,
but
na?
yeah.
Iske
I
baad.
think it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
He's
I
not
got pretty much
barking
used to
randomly
it.
at anything right now.
Thing is, right now I'm very much used to the feeling that now I'm feeling that if anything is there also, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, they're fine.
Try and
Nice.
keep
I
a
like
photo.
that you're cool about it. So that's
Try and keep
Positivity.
a
Positivity.
Yeah.
try
Yeah.
and keep a photo of Panchamukhhi Hanuman.
Thank you. I will do that.
Or
Yes,
you can
Saran.
keep a photo of Hoezaay, and apparently scares a lot of things out sometimes. This I
Yeah.
heard.
I think I'll try both of them and see which one
Yeah,
works.
to see.
भूत को डराएगा मेरे से. Anyway, take
Take
care,
care. Yeah.
Saran.
Thank
Have
you
a
for
good one.
sharing that
Thank you,
story and
guys.
for
Big fan
ruining
of
our
all of
sleep
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh God, this story and the
Yeah.
previous story. This is what I'll be thinking about at
I'm gonna
3:30
hear
in the
some dogs
morning.
barking in the night. I'm like, huh? Ye kaun hai? And you know the worst part is we've I don't know about everyone, but I don't know about you, Suresh, but I know Hoezaay and me for sure have grown up with that thing that when dogs are barking in the middle of the night, they're barking at all of us, right? So we
Yeah.
all. So imagine
it is-
now think about it. You're hearing dogs bark on the street and saying, "Oh, kuch hai." But now when your own dog in your own house is barking
Yeah.
at a wall,
And you know your own dog well also. So
I'll
you know
break
their,
that wall
you,
down. I'll
you
take a
know
hammer
their,
and just break.
you know
Yeah.
their mannerisms. So like she was talking about the dog, they tilt their heads when they're focusing, trying to focus
Yeah,
on the
looking at
sound
somebody,
like that.
they see something.
Yeah, they see something where they need to identify it, so it becomes like a focus point for them.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Oh,
but
I
you
was
know, I
just
remember
thinking I need a dog, but now I'm thinking twice.
but what fun they said, get a dog.
I know, I really do. I
Yeah.
really.
So
I miss Drake already. Huh.
when we're shooting in Mukesh Mills, I've seen that every night if we're shooting there around 2:30 and 3, the dogs do get into that phone. All of them. It starts off from one guy barking and then goes around for a long time.
Array, this though, even those birds do not coo coo. They start talking to each other.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a bird going cuckoo and a dog barking in the middle of the night.
Fair enough. Okay,
On
let's.
this opportunity, sir,
Yes, sir.
I just would like to tell you that on behalf of Sai Saukar, the time is 11:53.
That's it. हो गया इधर ही. We should end on those two crazy, extremely
this is-
creepy stories. I think we should do a roundup of all the stories today. Some little bits.
Did you
that
say
I think-
roundup?
What are you gonna do? I'm so
No,
scared.
no,
Not bad.
Anyway,
I think
so-
all the stories are good.
No, things like your girlfriend can see ghosts or your wife can see ghosts and you're still together. I don't understand that. I can understand seeing the ghost, but then that relationship continuing worries me. I'd be running for the
No, but you know,
hills.
there was one caller who said that his girlfriend would wake up in the middle of the night and talk in different voices. Now, that is testing of a relationship. I can see dead people, I think is pretty cool. It's like, Bruce Willis walking around.
Oh, you're
You
crazy.
know?
Oh, Bruce Willis.
What nonsense. Then the other thing
but-
is like somebody mentioned also, she should not,
Hmm.
I wouldn't keep the marble.
She's just there, she's just holding it out. I mean, but
Maybe they play
Yeah.
marbles in the area. Who knows?
I don't know.
Who
Today,
knows?
my whole thing is now when she said told me about the marble and things that are happening. I'm again thinking, what if somebody's trying to do the same thing, like those bone stories, the
Property
doll stories,
issue.
property? My God.
Yeah, because she sounds like she has a nice property.
And people are capable of all kinds of things. Suresh, you know what?
Yeah,
in
dude.
Goa, people were trying to get my grandmom out of her house because they love partying with her. No, they wanted
Nice,
the
yeah.
property. So so the neighbors would apparently take stones and throw them on the roof at like late in the night to sort of try to
Oh,
make her feel like something weird is happening over there.
Oh.
So anyway, my mom found out that they were doing it. My mom caught them doing this actually. My mom is hardcore.
But did you all check if the neighbors played for like the cricket team? Because I mean, that's been quite a like, constantly throwing the stones.
Let's take out some mangoes at 3 in the morning.
cooking pressure series love from Pakistan. Hey, love you too, man.
Great,
Love you, man. Lots of love.
Wow. So, bros, please.
This is it, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being on the stream, Cyril.
No, thank you, man. Thank you, Hoezaay. Oh.
And
wait.
Oh. And Cyril, blink your eyes if you give us consent to do Cyril ka Swayamvar. You have till the end of this stream, so we'll wait for your answer.
It's gonna be a little hardcore now.
We'll wait for your answer. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause to Cyril. Hey, no, do we do that? Yeah, Cyril.
And Hoezaay Kawako.
Thank you. Try it again.
And the person behind Hoezaay.
Big love to all our mods, the people making all the artwork. Please, artwork.
One more drink for me. Please say that. Thank you.
Come over to the Discord server because now this will continue on till 4 in the morning. More people will come and then they'll analyze the stories. They'll discuss more ghost stories. So, aaj our Discord server pe. Someone please drop the link. Denon also is over here. Thank you mods. Thank you everybody. And to the 2000 people plus who have watched the stream again tonight, please. Kya ho raha hai tumko? Kya problem hai? Get yourself. I am Hoezaay Chulsalwako as name from the previous stream. Thanks for reminding me, guys. So here we go. Let's end the stream with some bouncing.
Yeah.
Ting, 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 ting. Oh, I don't have any of the music set up today, so screw that. Have a good weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah. So.
I know you did that on purpose.
So
that we would have
we'll
have a post stream like.
I apologize. About it. I really apologize about that.
Messi, be disciplined.
But I just want to say that today was actually pretty great with the stories. And very unnerving and some great stories from different parts of the country and dreams
guys,
too.
Yeah, we are missing Cyrus Saukar very much.
Yeah.
Please, we send him messages also. They're not showing as received though for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he's blocked.
Okay.
But
I think he's blocked us because we've been sending him messages. But yeah. It's okay.
So please go over to his Instagram and ask him when he's coming. He's still stuck on his shoots and stuff and whatever else.
I saw him sitting down in the cafe yesterday.
I was going to say whatever else he's pretending to do. So please send a message. We look forward to having him back. And that's it now, guys. Don't say anything in the middle.
I just want to say lots of love to the chat and to Harami chat, to everyone out there. It was fantastic. And on that note, Hoezaay, it's all
guys.
yours.
Take care. Good night.